is crafted piece by Cozy Piece, helping you drift off with ease. Ooh, that looks comfortable. And sleep 6 degrees cooler all through the night. Awaken the potential of your well-rested self.
Get up to 30% off mattresses at Casper.com or a store near you.
Eagles fans, we know your passion doesn't stop after Sunday, and neither does your coverage.
That's why NBC 10 and NBC Sports Philadelphia bring you the birds every day.
Go Birds! With the most accurate weather forecast for your neighborhood. And breaking news faster than anyone else, straight from the NBC 10 Live Center, in English and Spanish.
NBC 10, Telemundo 62, and NBC Sports Philadelphia, Philly's largest news, weather, and sports team, and the official television station of the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's a Thanksgiving tradition in South Jersey. Camden High and Eastside High back at 41. And Friday is Alton Jenkins will be.
Hey, Brian, what's up? We bring this back.
Honored him with a Hall of Fame brunch Sunday. That is where NBC Sports Philadelphia's Amy Fadul caught up with Jenkins for this exclusive conversation. You can check out the full story tomorrow afternoon at 1 on Eagles Game Day Kickoff. Sports is next. Be right back.
I was absolutely blown away with Philadelphia Public Auto Auction. I was able to get there an hour before the auction, look around at the selection of cars, find the car that I want, and I got to set the price that I want.
This is the Philadelphia Public Auto Auction. Saving the public money on cars, trucks, and SUVs is what we do.
They have work trucks, they have sedans, they have SUVs, anything that anyone might need at the Philadelphia Public Auto Auction, they have it.
Auction every Saturday, viewing at 11. We'll see you there.
Eagles fans, get game day ready with NBC 10 and NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Philly's largest sports team, covering the birds like no one else.
Start your Sundays with insider access on Game Day Kickoff.
Get unmatched analysis on Eagles pregame live. Catch the greatest show in sports, Sunday Night Football.
Plus all the action after the game on Eagles Post Game Live. And your exclusive interview with Coach Sirianni on Game Day Final.
NBC 10, NBC Sports Philadelphia, and you. Always game day ready. NBC
Coverage you count on.
10 years in a row, certified by Weatherby.
And the local stories that can't wait tomorrow. Coverage you count on.
Get the full story with NBC 10 News. Live breaking news. Local. The most accurate weather forecast. Your community, your station. NBC 10. Every weeknight at 11. This is Sports Desk, your home field advantage, brought to you by Xfinity. All your favorite teams, all in one place.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Ashlyn Sullivan here from the NBC Sports Philadelphia studios. And tomorrow we have a 3-course meal for you. For starters, the Eagles taking on the Chicago Bears at 8-3 coming into this game. Tough competition, but some really good news on the injury report for the Eagles. After not practicing all week, Devontae Smith is cleared to play, participated in the Eagles walkthrough. So great news for the Eagles on that front. The Eagles held a walkthrough today, and Reed Blankenship, Landon Dickerson, Brandon Graham, and Saquon Barkley all off the injured list. They will all play tomorrow. The Bears will be without a handful of starting linebackers due to injury. So if there was ever a game to run the football, it could be tomorrow. And center Cam Jurgens knows it'll be a team effort to wake up this run game.
I think it's on all of us. I think he's taking the right approach, and we got to take the same approach of, putting accountability on us as an O-line. We can definitely play better as an offense as a whole.
And the Birds are currently 7.5 games. The Flyers take the game live. Benford is questionable for tomorrow's game at 7 p.m. Packers visiting the Detroit Lions. Green Bay in front, 24-21, with just under 2 minutes left in the third. Packers quarterback Jordan Love finds Fabian Wicks for red zone with about 3.5 left in the game. Third and goal, but former Cowboy Micah Parsons sacks Jared Goff. And that will do it. Packers improved to 8-3-1, defeating the Lions on Thanksgiving, 31-24. The Chiefs in Dallas taking on the Cowboys. 3.5 minutes left in the game. Chiefs in the red zone, second and goal. Patrick Mahomes connects with Hollywood Brown for the 10-yard touchdown. Chiefs not done yet, now down by 3. 15 seconds before the 2-minute warning, Chiefs out of timeouts. 3rd and 2 for the Cowboys, and Dak connects with George Pickens for the first down to ice the game. The Cowboys take down the Chiefs 31-28. Dallas defeats last year's Super Bowl participants in back-to-back weeks as they improve to 6-5-1 on the season. I'm Ashley Sullivan here at the NBC Sports Philadelphia studios. We'll be back.
And finally tonight, Thanksgiving isn't just for humans. Oh no, it's for pets as well. Brandywine Valley SPCA served up plates of love to their shelter pets. It is a long-standing Thanksgiving tradition across all of their campuses. Looks like these pets sure do appreciate it too. They enjoyed some turkey, sweet potatoes, and veggies. Campuses are back open tomorrow at noon for you to adopt one of these happy and now well-fed and full pets. With that, we thank you for joining us at this late hour for NBC 10 News 11. I'm Fred Shropshire. Tonight's show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. Good night.
NBC 10 News at 11, your reason to stay up. Count on breaking news straight from the NBC 10 Live Center.
Local stories that can't wait until tomorrow. And the most accurate forecast certified by Weather Radar. NBC 10 News at 11. Coverage you count on.
Keith Jones and Aaron Coleman every weekday morning. Coverage you count on. NBC 10 First Alert Weather. Certified most accurate 10 years in a row. Count on it.
Tonight, the chilling attack on the National Guard in D.C. now being investigated as a targeted act of terror. And a devastating update just in. President Trump saying one of the 2 soldiers shot has now died. New video shows the scene right after the suspect fired those deadly shots. People down on the ground, troops running to help. The 2 Guard members shot, both in their 20s. Officials swarming the suspect's home. And the new timeline that he allegedly drove all the way from the today as part of a secret military team known as Zero Units. Now, President Trump is set to hit just as we all head back home from the holiday weekend. Plus, a deadly fire ripped through a Hong Kong apartment complex, rest in the Middle East. Plus, this just hours away. So what are the big deals tomorrow? Wild animal warnings. People face to face with a bear trying to pet it and feed it. The latest reckless behavior around animals going viral. And there's good news on this Thanksgiving. One microphone and a movement of gratitude echoing beyond the halls of an Ohio high school. Nightly News starts right now.
This is NBC Nightly News with Tom Youngs.
Good evening, I'm Hallie Jackson in for Tom on this Thanksgiving, and we are coming on the air tonight with breaking news. Just moments ago, President Trump shared that one of the 2 National Guard soldiers shot during yesterday's violent attack in D.C. has died from her injuries. The president says 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom had her parents by her side at the end. The other National Guardsman who was shot, Andrew Wolf, remains in critical condition. Officials say this brutal ambush was a targeted shooting that is being investigated as an act of terror. The CIA revealing the suspect served in an elite Afghan counterterrorism unit operated by the agency. His background prompting the Trump administration to order a, quote, rigorous re-examination of all green card holders from what they call countries of concern. We'll get to that part of the story in a moment.
A lone gunman opened fire without provocation, ambush style, armed with a .357 Smith & Wesson revolver.
The aftermath caught up.
The shooter
Targeted.
It is an ongoing investigation of terrorism. Make no mistake about it.
The shooter said to have traveled thousands of miles.
What we know about him is that he drove his vehicle across country from the state of Washington with the intended target of coming to our nation's capital.
And we now know the identities of the victims, 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom and 24-year-old Andrew Wolf, members of the West Virginia National Guard. And late tonight, President Trump announcing Beckstrom has died, calling her a highly respected, magnificent person.
She's just passed away. She's no longer with us. She's
Is a 29 years, according to a relative NBC News, and operated under a veil of brought to the U.S. under a Biden-era resettlement program, according to the Secretary of Homeland Security, but he was granted asylum this year under the Trump administration, according to those familiar with the attack, and is now in custody at the hospital.
It appears to be that there would be an escalation of the federal charges the suspect is facing.
That's right, Hallie. We are now expecting the suspect to be charged with murder, according to officials. And already authorities have conducted a search on the suspect's home in Washington state, seizing cell phones, laptops, and other items that are going to be analyzed. Hallie.
Melanie Zanona, thank you. So many people thinking about her and her family. In the aftermath of this attack, the Trump administration today is pledging to re-examine any green card holder from what they call a country of concern. Kelly O'Donnell is traveling with the president tonight.
Beyond the terror investigation, this attack is spurring significant changes to the policy and politics around immigration.
We must now re-examine every single alien who's entered our country from Afghanistan. And
the Department of Homeland Security announced to take on that and scale rigorous re-examination of
take all necessary measures to ensure the
House rejects responsibility, and officials said where President Biden denounced the violence, adding, "We are praying into Washington." Another 500 to the 2,000 plus currently in the Capitol. Legal challenges to guard deployments continue, while D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser opposed it from the start, a view reflected in her comments today.
Somebody drove across the country, came to Washington, D.C. to attack America. That person would be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. These young people should be at home in West Virginia with their families.
Kelly is joining us now. And Kelly, on this re-examination of green card holders, it'll affect people from a number of countries beyond just Afghanistan, right?
This new level of scrutiny will affect green card holders who have nothing to do with Afghanistan or this attack. So immigrants from 19 designated countries, places like Iran, Sudan, Cuba, Venezuela, will be under review. And it's part of the Trump administration's more aggressive approach
in some spots. Aaron McLaughlin is tracking that for us.
To white out, coast to coast drive.
I got 60,000 pounds loaded.
That includes Michigan snowplow driver Jim Buckles, who says he's doing his
sacrifice the time away from their family. Got to keep the roads open.
Smooth sailing for many flying on Thanksgiving, but last night in Philadelphia, a dramatic scene.
Thank God it didn't happen in the air.
Passenger Jerry Park describes the terrifying moments as an flight was about to take off for Georgia.
I heard a noise out the door. It sounded like one of the engines. Then the cabin started filling up with smoke, and you could smell like something burning.
Park says the plane stopped and everyone got out using the emergency slide. In a statement, American Airlines confirmed there was a mechanical issue, noting the aircraft was taken out of service. Meanwhile, this morning in New York City, the holiday spirit on full display.
It's just such a special experience.
Under crystal clear skies and in crisp conditions, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade marched on. For some, it was a dream come true.
I don't think you understand the magnitude of it and the craziness to be in person.
Aaron is live for us in Manhattan.
Yeah, that's right. That's the busiest travel period where millions of Americans will be going home. The TSA projects one of their busiest
across much of the country this weekend. Meteorologist Violet Yass from our station NBC New York is tracking that for us. So Violet, time this out extending into the Ohio Valley. This is going to be heavy accumulating snow and some strong to severe storms across the deep south. So those travel impacts here across some of our Midwest hubs, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Chicago, down through Kansas City because of snow and wind. Meanwhile, rain could cause some issues even on the roadways for those folks trying to avoid the airports from St. Louis down through Dallas, Fort Worth as well. So heading into Saturday, we'll see those issues along I-80 and a lot of our major interstates in the middle of the country. By Sunday, we do start to see this shift into warmer air, so less snow across the Northeast, but expecting some rain and wind that could cause some issues here along the I-95 corridor as well. Hallie? Violet, yes, thank you. Overseas now to Hong Kong, where we're learning a staggering number of people have been killed. Nearly 100 so far in that Hong Kong high-rise fire, with dozens more missing. Janice Matthew-Freyer reports.
Smoke rising, the building still burning. Over 24 hours later, firefighters working around control inside with dozens of people still unaccounted for. The scale of destruction is staggering. Video showing the flames spreading up. The president told NBC News she went downstairs and saw fire burning people, many of them now in temporary shelters, uncertain they can go back. We bought this apartment more than 20 years ago. How the fire spread so quickly. The focus on construction netting and foam boards that could have fueled it. Bamboo scaffolding commonly used in Hong Kong, another possible factor.
Even if the structure is okay, doesn't mean we can move people back to the building very soon.
3 men from a construction company have been arrested on suspicion of manslaughter for using unsafe materials. With anger rising in Hong Kong, there are families still waiting for news of loved ones still missing. Janice Matthew-Freyer, NBC News.
As this country celebrates Thanksgiving, Pope Leo, the first American pope, is spending the holiday with a full plate of his own, traveling to the Middle East for his first big trip as pontiff. Danielle Hamanjian reports.
On his first overseas trip, Pope Leo welcomed in Turkey with a cavalry parade as he was escorted to the presidential palace, greeted by the president, and given a ceremonial gun salute. The pontiff, in his first overseas speech, lamenting the economic and military powers driving violence around the world.
This is enabling what Pope Francis called a third world. The future of humanity is at stake.
Soon he'll head to Lebanon, which has the largest percentage of Christians in the Middle East. Pope Leo hoping to deliver on the papal plane a Thanksgiving message.
To the Americans here, happy Thanksgiving. It's
What else? American pies, including from NBC's Claudia Lavanga.
This looks like the American bakery section. This is pecan pie.
An American treat for the American Pope. Danielle Hamanjian, NBC News.
Where you can still save big.
I reckon I got to. I'm 45. It's time to screen for colon cancer.
Will I ever see you again?
I love you. Also, I'm just going to report you.
I knew that. It's true. The Cologuard test comes to you.
Just ask your provider or request online.
That way you can screen for colon cancer on your terms. It's effective and non-invasive.
False positive and negative results may occur. It is not for those at high risk. Skip the drama. Ask your provider and request Cologuard online.
Ashley's biggest sale of the year gets even better this week. Shop Black Friday doorbusters starting at just $1.99. Save up to $1,000 on your entire purchase. Or get 0% interest for 60 months with no money down. This week at Ashley.
Salsa Plus full of flu fizzy chews. Chew, fizz, feel better fast. No matter needed. Try Salsa Plus fizzy chews.
Back now with the countdown to Black Friday. Are the deals tomorrow really worth rushing out for? Brian Chung has a retail reality check.
The deals used to be so good. The discount devoted would blow down the doors at the mall. But these days, shoppers are taking a more docile approach to checking off their gift lists.
What happens to camping out at a store to get a
Started, well, days before Black Friday.
Black Friday is no longer a 4-day event. Everyone started their consumer spending as early as October for holidays.
Has that kind of watered down the impact of Black Friday itself?
Yes, I think it's watered down. However, it is still a staple of the holiday season, and we do expect strong discounts heading into Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Nearly half of shoppers said they plan to start shopping before Halloween. Some already done crossing names off their lists.
Anybody else like me out there started your Christmas shopping super early?
Shoppers still expected to spend big. The National Retail Federation says Black Friday remains the most popular day to shop. Expected click and tap 2025. No need to brawl to bring in that holiday.
Like these, showing humans
breasts, from sports bras to minimizer bras. We've had a complicated relationship, and then I found a lump, breast cancer. During treatment, I asked about Kisqali, a pill that can help reduce my risk of cancer returning. Now, I have a new perspective on what matters. Kisqali, with an aromatase inhibitor, is for with state problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in serious infections. Life-threatening lung problems and abnormal heartbeats can occur. Your doctor should test your heart and blood before and during treatment. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening cough, chest pain, or dizziness. Before taking Kisqali, tell your doctor all your medical conditions, medicines you take, and if you're breastfeeding, pregnant, or planning to be, as it can harm an unborn baby. Common side effects include nausea, headache, and tiredness. I'm doing more today to help protect my tomorrow because I'm more than just breast cancer.
Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Magic Eraser. Clean Magic Eraser.
United Healthcare knows you've got your whole life ahead of you. What's next? You can count on United Health.
Black Friday doorbusters starting with just one week only at Ashley.
The detailed family roots, cultures, and traits that shaped who you are today for only $34.
So I'm sensing a bit of tension between you two.
Well, our heart attack was a wake-up call, but I still feel like we could do more to avoid another one. Come on. I started eating kale, and I take statins, right? And we're hitting the gym. I'm worried it's not enough. I just wanted to ask our doctor about Repatha.
Normally, I don't take statins, but you should listen to your heart.
Repatha plus a statin dramatically lowers LDL-C by 63%. Drops the risk of having a heart attack by 27%. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing. Swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
You were right. Our LDLC is in a better place.
And so are we.
Listen to your heart. Ask your doctor about Repatha.
The perfect gift. Quarter carat studs, 69. 5 carat topaz pendants, 89. Natural diamond tennis bracelets, $2.99 per carat. 1 carat studs, $3.99. Don't miss these crazy prices.
Close to humans. It's Wood, who says while he often sees bears in town, he'd never seen something like this. First, a woman trying to pet the bear, and then another woman on her hands and knees appearing to feed it.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, because they're wild animals. They're not like your neighborhood pet or dog.
The moment has gone viral as yet another recent example of people behaving recklessly around wild animals. Like this incident Hawaiian officials are looking into. A man seen handling a sea turtle for what appears to be a photo op.
Wow.
And in Yellowstone, you can see a person here appearing to goad a pack of wolves.
People are approaching animals, feeding animals. They don't realize this is not Disney. This is not going through the Jungle Cruise.
Wildlife expert Ron Hill says feeding animals not meant to interact with humans can have dangerous consequences. In a neighborhood outside San Francisco, residents say multiple people were recently viciously attacked by a squirrel that experts say may have become aggressive because it was being fed by humans.
We have to learn to coexist with these animals. We cannot try to make them our pets. They will never be our pets. You have to take an animal out.
NBC News.
And a much less sheepdog that won Best in Show. She had the pool on this Thanksgiving.
Deserve the best eggs. We allow eggs of any kind, as long as they're the best. England's best.
Alka-Seltzer Plus full of flu fizzy chews. Chew, fizz. Feel better fast. No matter needed. Alka-Seltzer Plus with the chews.
Oh, dogs.
So we need
No, it's not.
Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, Bart boy.
These guys are crazy.
Your sisters are running early.
Early? This headache.
We've got an hour. Try Painquil, the max strength liquid pain reliever that starts working fast. Painquil, the aches, pain, strains, head pounding, backache, and fights pain fast medicine.
Ashley's biggest sale of the year gets even better this Friday doorbusters starting with just one.
Known for building that is known to treat cancer. FDA-approved cancers is a kind of uterine cancer called advanced endometrial when your cancer has spread or returned.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be similar to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, persistent or severe muscle pain or weakness, muscle cramps, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune and nervous system problems, such as Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, lupus, or myasthenia gravis, or Murray syndrome, an organ, tissue, or stem cell transplant, or receive chest radiation. Keytruda can harm your unborn baby.
Keytruda is an immunotherapy and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials, exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true, Keytruda. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
Give us the facts. Let us decide for ourselves.
I want you to be transparent, I guess, is firstly what I want.
If we got clear facts, maybe we can calm down a little.
Wake up with NBC 10 News today with the best coverage of breaking news. Weather rate certified.
There is good news tonight on Thanksgiving.
A good time today for school. Very much a mess. Someone told me that my hair looked really pretty today.
Early one Monday morning at Monroe High School in Ohio, students line the hallway to give thanks.
It's my birthday and people have been really nice. I found out one of my new passions and it's wrestling. Go wrestling.
And on the way to class, they came across a microphone with this simple message. Tell us something good that happened to you today or recently.
I got with James in my class.
The answers pouring in.
Finished my soccer season.
To puppy love.
I finally got a girlfriend.
No blessing too small to count.
I got to see like a lot of my friends today and they just spread like positivity and stuff. There was a new girl at school today and I think I made a new friend, so.
Addie McSwain is junior at Monroe High.
I've gotten to notice over time how big the little moments actually are, and practicing gratitude and thankfulness really just overpowers the good of the bad.
The good thing that happened to me today was, in this case, she complimented my artwork.
It wasn't until I put it together and watched it for the first time that it really struck me, and to just pause and take a look around and take stock in all the things that you do. Be thankful for.
I had a great team.
Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you soon.
There's a lot of casino apps, but unlike some other apps in New Jersey, on Hard Rock, that casino, what you see when you sign up is actually what you get.
Don't believe it? Try the app yourself. If you're not up after 24 hours playing slots, you get up to $1,000 back to play again.
Plus, get 200 bonus spins to play Huff and More Puff. Wins paid in cash, no catch.
Roll with us, Jersey.
Download the Hard Rock Bet Casino app today.
Diamonds, what she really wants. Natural GIA 1 carat under $15.90. 1.5, $29.90. 2 carat, $49.90. Thousands of diamonds and mountings, all guaranteed the lowest price. A gift she won't forget. The Jewelry Exchange, Norristown.
NBC 10 First Alert Weather. Certified most accurate. Count on it.
It's the one and only time right. Last time we did. On my Stronger album. It's a song we don't perform often, which is why we love to do it. So here's me and my band Y'all with Hello.
She also an Oscar winner whose films have grossed nearly $4 billion worldwide. Insane. Her latest is, you might have heard of her. Her latest is called After the Hunt. It's in theaters now.
No. I think I'm right on top of something. Something that I just couldn't see before. You see, I used to think you and me, we had a mutual feeling to integrity, to be so blindly. I realized I did. You're so insane right now.
It's kind of maybe a lot of pressure, but you generally, when I was saying it, I was like, I don't know one.
Crazy about there's very consumptive ages.
Yes. So I just mean, like, that's kind of like, you know, I love my children, but that's a lie to the tunnel, man.
But you know, by the time they're getting ready to go, they're so
independent or
interesting, and you just want to hang out with them more, and hear their ideas more. And so I think that's where the heartbreak is, because you want to keep those conversations going of who they're becoming and what they believe in and why you give them and explore.
I was so weird that you just said that. I was like, I literally was song title that. Because you can't have both. Neither of us went to college, which I find funny, because I would have thought you went to Yale School of Drama. I don't know, for some reason in my mind, you are that, like, I remember it was a big adjustment, you know, hitting the ground and trying to.
Graduated from school at 17, and I was scared all the time. All the time. You go out in the street, and everyone knows where they're going, and I'm like, am I going east?
Yeah.
Am I going northeast? Like, you know, and then you get to an avenue, and it's going both ways, and you're like, well, now what do I do?
Yeah.
It was, there was an adjustment period from a small town, and
yeah, that was the same for me as well. Taking breaks from acting here and there, did you do that for you on purpose to like have times?
Well, if you just read some stuff that you don't.
I had to show this because it's how Jason greets you. We were called guards, and he for sure curtsies. Like he, and how I know, and how I know that that's a curtsy if it's the same thing you did with the Pope when we sang with the Pope.
The Pope is really good.
It was amazing. Do you feel the need to curtsy again? You feel more comfortable?
I'm just glad we've let go of this after 8 years.
It was just incredible. Well, I was telling her backstage.
Let's bring the curtsy.
Bring the curtsy back. I think a lot of it. And anyway, I was honoring. It's like, do I have no hair? Like I was like, it was just we were all in our heads about it, and we proceeded to act like morons. We're cooler than that. Give us.
You guys were great, and you sang like an angel.
Oh,
it was. I remember it only fondly.
I just remember you were very close. Julia's new movie After the Hunt is layered and thought-provoking and full of.
Imagine being Maya. Clear skin is possible. Most people saw 100% clear skin. Before treatment, your doctor should injection flu-like symptoms or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Welcome to NBC 10 News Today.
The most accurate weather forecast certified by thunderstorms going to overtake some areas. Breaking news.
Reporting live in Camden County.
That's right, Aaron. We've been following the story all night long. Today's top stories.
It's going to impact teachers and students.
You was going to tell us which roads not to take. No matter where you are, every weekday morning. NBC 10 News Today. Coverage you count on. This is a...
Professor
our chat with Julia Roberts. I think that it's too, like, I think in this industry, everybody's always wants to, at least in the music industry, it's always like, go, 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 like, next record, and it's like, why don't we take time to, like, breathe and experience life, and then that will help in what you're doing.
Your industry seems a lot more hectic than mine, though.
Yeah.
A lot more pressure, and...
I wouldn't advise it. Down to, so I find it because you...
We now leave this program in place to bring you the start of the next program.
Right after the in D.C. has died from her injuries. Sarah Beckstrom honored with a dignified transfer overnight. Her death coming as authorities investigate the shooting as a targeted act of terror. New details this morning about the suspected gunman and his long journey to D.C. In Hong Kong, the death toll soaring after a massive fire ripped through an apartment complex. The new video showing just how fast it spread. From Michigan to New York, millions will be down through the snow just to get home from the holidays. The trouble ahead this weekend. Black Friday is here, and Joe Burrow's back with Bengals. Go enjoy November 28th. Birthday starts right now. That violent ambush of National Guard troops in D.C. During a Thanksgiving call with service members, President Trump announced that 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom has died from her injuries. The other Guard member, Andrew Wolf, is still in critical condition.
He was savagely attacked. She's dead. Now with us. Terrible person. Outstanding in every single. He's fighting for his life. He's in very bad shape. He's fighting for his life.
Officials say this shooting was a targeted attack. It is being investigated as an act of terror. NBC's Melanie Zanona has more. Showing you details about the shooting that left 2 National Guardsmen wounded.
A lone gunman opened fire without provocation, ambush style, armed with a .357 Smith & Wesson.
Said he had traveled thousands of miles. While the identity has died, calling her a highly respected, magnificent person.
She's just passed away. She's no longer with us. She's looking down at us right now. Her parents are with her. It's just happened.
The suspect, Ramanola Lockenwall, is a 29-year-old Afghan national. He entered the U.S. in 2000. CIA says he worked with a CIA-backed military unit known as Zero Unit. They were trained and overseen by the CIA and operated under a veil of secrecy during the Afghan war, conducting combat operations and securing intelligence outposts. Lockenwall was brought to the U.S. under a Biden-era resettlement program, according to the Secretary of Homeland Security, but he was granted asylum this year under the Trump administration, according to a source familiar with the case and a law enforcement source. During that chaotic scene, the alleged shooter was shot by another National Guard. Rejecting of asylum status, this monster would not have been due to violence, saying he is praying for the service members and during the Biden era.
And we have a lot of others in this country. We're going to get them out. But they go cuckoo. Something happens soon.
Late last night, President Trump posted long messages about immigration, writing in part that he will permanently pause migration from all third world countries, terminate the millions of what he calls Biden immigration officials had already announced a full-scale re-examination of every green card holder from 19 countries of concern. President Trump also gave an update on the fight against drug cartels, suggesting that the U.S. could very soon be targeting Venezuelan drug traffickers on land.
We'll be starting to stop them by land also. The land is easier, but that's going to start very soon. We warn them, stop sending poison to our country.
The U.S. military has carried out nearly 24 known strikes on boats allegedly carrying those drugs, killing more than 80 people so far. They have not shared evidence to back up. Now to Hong Kong, where rescue efforts continue this morning in one of the deadliest fires in decades.
The search for survivors trapped inside, spreading out 32 stories from one building to the next, with no warning.
I smelled a strong burning odor, this resident told NBC News. She said she went downstairs and saw the fire burning fiercely. Hong Kong's deadliest blaze in decades, the 8 towers were home to nearly 5,000 apartments more than 20 years ago, she says. There's nothing left. What are we supposed to do? Investigators are now piecing together how the fire spread so quickly. The focus on construction netting and foam boards that could have fueled it. Bamboo scaffolding, commonly used in Hong Kong, another possible factor.
Even if the structure is okay, doesn't mean we can move people back to the building very soon.
3 men from a construction waiting for news of loved ones still missing. Janice Mackey-Freer, NBC News.
A weekend snowstorm that has hitting spots. Here's NBC's Erin McLaughlin.
Across the Great Lakes from Michigan. And he's doing his best so folks can make it to that turkey dinner.
I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people who are sacrificing time away from their family, but got to keep the roads open.
Philadelphia, a Jerry Park described
sounded like one of the engines. Then the cabin started filling up with smoke, and you could smell like something burning.
Park says the plane stopped and everyone got out using the emergency slide. In a statement, American Airlines confirmed there was a mechanical issue, noting the aircraft was taken out of service. Meanwhile, in New York City, the holiday spirit on full display.
It's just such a special experience.
Under crystal clear skies and in crisp conditions, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade marched on. For some, it was a dream come true.
I don't think you understand the magnitude of it and the craziness until you see it in person.
Our thanks to Erin for that report. And there is more trouble brewing for some of you heading home over the holiday weekend. NBC meteorologist Shauna Mendiola is here now with that forecast. Shauna, good morning.
And happy Friday, everyone. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Now we're tracking a couple things here for your Friday. Lake effect snow over the Great Lakes. Some snow there and developing storm out towards the west. We'll get that in a second, but I want to talk about the pleasant weather in the southwest. There's plenty of sunshine there and calm conditions for now. The Rockies here starting today. Northeast, wintry mix for the interior northeast as well. So make sure you look at those travel plans and plan ahead if you are going to be traveling anywhere in this direction this weekend. Stay safe, everyone, and have a great weekend ahead. I'll send it back to you.
The first American Pope is spending his first Thanksgiving weekend with a full week. Pope Leo is in the Middle East for
On his first overseas trip, Pope Leo welcomed in Turkey with a cavalry parade. As he was escorted to the presidential palace, greeted by the president, given a ceremonial gun salute. Upon down the world,
This is enabling what Pope Francis.
peace where Thanksgiving message. What else? American pies, including Francie's Club. An American treat for the American Pope. Danielle Hananjan, NBC News.
Coming up, we're covering the highlights from a packed NFL Thanksgiving slate and the search for savings, where you can still find some good deals on this Black Friday.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, and lasting remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor.
October for holidays.
Has it watered down the impact of Black Friday itself?
Yes, I think it's watered down. However, it's still a staple of the holiday season, and we do expect strong discounts heading into Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Nearly half of shoppers said they plan to start shopping before Halloween. Some already done, crossing names off their list.
Out there started their Christmas shopping super early.
Shoppers still expected to spend big. The National Retail Federation.
Tough stuck on foods. And it works so well, it even keeps your filter clean. Cascade. Safe for pipes.
You've got baby, and you need to smell fresh. That's why the all-new Unstoppables gives your phone for 24-hour non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you can't stop this power, this walk, this pose.
We get the DS. You get the good stuff.
Let's go. An official message from
Here, it's important for you to review your current coverage. Other options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans. Compare drug coverage. Compare costs. See if you can save. And make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th.
Has just been issued. Count on the most accurate weather forecast, certified by Weather Rate. You really got to take it.
Lights out against the Ravens in his game. 5 turnovers sunk Baltimore. The Bengals taking it 32-14. And forget about the turkey. It was all lamb for the Cowboys as they faced. Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott caught fire connecting with CeeDee Lamb for the first TD of the game, and later a game-changing 51-yard pass having a home win. When we come back early today, star athletes.
Call or text us to schedule your free in-home estimate. You know the number.
Sounds like there's a big episode. If you're thinking about a little homemaker,
Mopping is hard work. Have you tried the Swiffer Power Mop? It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head ends up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. Bye-bye, bucket. With the Swiffer Power Mop.
There it is, leader, the 50-yard line. So, the whole stadium of Liberty Mutual customized car insurance to save people hundreds. Whoa. Looks like we're working.
Vicks Vapor Stick. Unmedicated Vicks Vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks Vapor Stick. And try Vapor Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors.
Body wash drying you out. You know it.
Simple, clean, effective body wash for gentle 24-hour freshness. It's not a myth.
Clean and breath freshness harvested with Greenie's Dental Treats.
Febreze. When you host, your bathroom can feel like a revolving door. Keep things fresh with Febreze Fast. It's a air freshener that fights odors for 45 days. So even after every flush, you know your bathroom smells amazing.
Incentivize.
Pulling in $1 billion open a day and heading $1 billion open a day and heading for up to one per day in pure 56.
What about what fascinates you?
With Truvia, and
Stories to tell, pleasant mentions.
some patients even felt less fatigued. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Ask your doctor about treatment.
No, there's a better day coming.
Give us the facts. What's the side ourselves?
I want you to be transparent, I guess, is firstly what I want.
If we got clear facts, maybe we can calm down a little.
House are all deflated, but the memories are forever, right? Sarah Wells had a recap of the 99th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And what a picture-perfect parade. The spectacle. 11 marching bands.
You get to see everyone like having fun, and like you also have fun, and it brings joy to everyone.
So many sights to see.
Being able to come here and enjoy it with the family, and you see things that I knew growing up, things that she sees every day, it's such a special experience.
And what a sight. 34 balloons taking flight to the delight of everyone.
What's your favorite plant? Snoopy, Minnie Mouse.
The classics and some new faces. Mario, Pac-Man, Derby Tiger, and Shrek.
What are you doing in my swamp? Another new balloon this year, Buzz Lightyear. They were keeping him a little low to be on the safe side. The wind's been strong, but we've been stronger.
Lots of first-timers here this year. Entire families.
I don't think you understand of it in person. We watched it on TV every year, so when we have the opportunity to come, you have to do it. You have to mark it off your bucket list. Here I am with my daughter and my mom and my sister. How does it feel? I love it. I saw this growing up on television and I think
Clothes are exclusive with Busta Rhymes, who took our mic for a Thanksgiving message.
We're just saying everything that we feel it from the heart, showing love, spreading love, and it's just a blessing to be here.
but we all know who the biggest celebrity of this parade is.
Signaling the traditional start of the holiday season. The real meaning, though, not lost on some very wise little elves.
It means family. It just means love and care about your family.
Sarah Wallace, NBC News, on the parade route in Manhattan.
It was a spectacular day. Thanks for watching early today. I'm Jessica Layton. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Behind all the holiday magic is you. That's what makes you, you.
You know, you come up at the end of the year and you figure out what you want to do. And I don't think you guys are going to find it a surprise. But I want to see
He says drug traffickers. His new threat this morning. A winter wallop for the Midwest. Now stretching into New York. This morning, he was trying to have it with the most bang for your buck on this Black Friday. And a simple bare necessity for safety. Don't approach the wildlife. Raise an encounter with a black out on camera and launching new warnings. Good morning. Direct attack, and it is being investigated as an act of terror. NBC's Melanie Zanona has more on this investigation.
Chilling new details about the shooting that left 2 National Guardsmen suspended.
Gunman opened, and then the shooter leans over and strikes the guardsman again. Another guardsman is struck several times.
Officials not naming a motive, but believe Tack was targeted. The CIA says he worked with a CIA-backed military unit known as Zero Units. They were trained and overseen by the CIA and operated under a veil of secrecy during the Afghan War, conducting combat operations and intelligence outposts. Lockwood was brought to the U.S. under a Biden-era resettlement program, according to the Secretary of Homeland Security, but he was granted asylum this year under the Trump administration, according to a source familiar with the case and a law enforcement source. During that chaotic scene, the alleged shooter was shot by another National Guard member during the attack and is now in custody at the hospital.
Our thanks to Melanie for that report. The White House is rejecting responsibility, meanwhile,
shooting suspect being granted asylum in April. An official telling NBC News, quote, regardless of asylum status, this monster would not have been removed due to his parole status granted by Joe Biden. The former president has denounced the violence, saying he is praying for the service members and their families. Now, in the wake of the shooting, President Trump said the U.S. must re-examine everyone who came from Afghanistan during the Biden administration.
A lot of others in this country were going to come out, but they go cuckoo. Something happens soon.
Late last night, President Trump posted long messages about immigration, writing in part that he will permanently pause migration from all third world countries, terminate millions of what he's calling Biden illegal admissions, and remove anyone who he says is not a net asset to the U.S. Customs and immigration officials had already announced a full-scale re-examination of every green card holder from 19 what they're calling countries of concern. President Trump also gave an update on the fight against drug cartels, suggesting that the U.S. could very soon be targeting Venezuelan drug traffickers on land.
We'll be starting to stop them by land also. The land is easier, but that's going to start very soon. We can warn them. Stop sending poison to our country.
The U.S. military has carried out nearly 24 known strikes on boats allegedly carrying drugs, killing more than 80 people. They have not, though, shared evidence to back up the allegations that they are terrorists. Let's turn now to Hong Kong, where that city is grappling with its deadliest fire in decades. Officials there say at least 128 people are dead, including a firefighter. Dozens of residents are still missing. They could be trapped after flames quickly spread across several high-rise apartment buildings. The 8 towers were home to nearly 5,000 people. One of the displaced victims spoke with NBC News.
I bought this apartment more than 20 years ago, she says. There's nothing left. What are we supposed to do?
Investigators
already piling up in parts of Wisconsin and Michigan, sending snow crews into overdrive.
I got 60,000 pounds loaded.
That includes Michigan snowplow driver Jim Buckles, who says he's doing his best so folks can make it to that turkey dinner.
I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people that are sacrificing time away from their family, but got to keep the roads open.
Smooth sailing for many flying on Thanksgiving, but in Philadelphia, a dramatic scene.
Thank God it didn't happen in there.
The terrifying moments as an American flight was about to take off for Georgia.
I heard a noise out the door. It sounded like one of the engines. Then the cabin started filling up with smoke, and you could smell like something burning.
Park says the plane stopped and everyone got out using the emergency slide. In a statement, American Airlines confirmed it was a mechanical issue, noting the aircraft was taken out of service. Meanwhile, in New York City, the holiday spirit on full display.
It's just such a special experience.
Under crystal clear skies and in crisp conditions, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade marched on. For some, it was a dream come true.
I don't think you understand the magnitude of it and the craziness, especially in person.
We do have to see it in person. Our thanks to Eric for that report. It will be a dicey weekend for anyone heading home from Thanksgiving. NBC meteorologist Shauna Mendiola is here now with that forecast. Shauna, good morning.
And happy Friday, everyone. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Now we're trying a couple things here for your Friday. Lake effect snow over the Great Lakes. Some snow there and developing storm out toward the west. We'll get that in a second, but I want to talk about the pleasant weather in the southwest. There's plenty of sunshine there and calm conditions for now, and plenty of sunshine through the southeast down to Florida. We've got temperatures today in the 60s. Now let's track that system. This is for the Rockies here starting today. So we'll stretch across the northern plains, and then as we head to Saturday, we're looking at that snow move into the upper Midwest and Great Lakes. Showers and storms from Texas through Mississippi, and as we head to Sunday, a really big travel day across the nation. The East Coast will be impacted by the system as the rain stretches from the Gulf Coast to the Northeast, wintry mix to the interior Northeast as well. So make sure you look at those travel plans and plan ahead if you are going to be traveling anywhere in this direction this weekend. Stay safe, everyone, and have a great weekend ahead. I'll send it back to you.
Shauna, well, I feel like
we had to let go, but for the most part, we were quite fortunate this year with our inventories.
The National Retail Federation expects overall sales to be about the same as last year as shoppers hunt for bargains.
Also, deals looking
like to find the gift, so that's a bit prices are going up. So we kind of forget about yeah.
This note check out a new warning after face to face with this big black bear. Try to
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, lasting remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
blah, blah, blah. The real tragedy is
Lucky for me, they're tied.
From 1987 to 2025, Tide is no stranger to states. It's got to be Tide. Now boosted.
We're back now with a new warning in Tennessee. Don't feed the bear. Not because they're going to keep us to humans, but because people apparently keep approaching the bears. Here's NBC's Liz Kreutz.
In Gatlinburg, Tennessee, what to do when we encounter a bear. This moment captured by Chris Underwood. While he often sees bears in town, he'd never seen something like this. First, a woman trying to pet the bear, and then another woman on her hands and knees.
It's kind of mind-blowing because they're wild animals. They're not like your neighborhood pet.
The moment has gone viral. Another recent example of people behaving recklessly around wild animals. Like this incident Hawaiian officials are looking into. A man seen handling a sea turtle for what appears to be a photo op.
Wow.
In Yellowstone, you can see a person here appearing to goad a pack of wolves.
People are approaching animals, feeding animals. They don't realize this is not Disney. This is not going through the Jungle Cruise.
Wildlife expert Ron McGill says feeding animals not meant to interact with humans can have dangerous consequences. In a neighborhood outside San Francisco, residents say multiple people were recently viciously attacked by a squirrel as they become aggressive because of being fed by humans.
We have to learn to coexist. We cannot try to make them our pets. They will never be our pets. You might be able to take an animal out of the wild. You can never take the wild out of the animal.
A reminder this Thanksgiving to keep your turkey dinner to yourself. Liz Kreutz, NBC News.
Football fans feasted with a trio of games, capped off with Joe Burrow's return for the Bengals.
Pressure comes, picked up, Burrow, Yoshimash, touchdown, Cincinnati!
Burrow played lights out against the Ravens in his first game back since a toe injury in week 2, but it was kicker Evan McPherson who gave him the leg up, nailing 6 field goals to seal the game. The Bengals took it 32 with Stevie, their dad, and meet the top dog who triumphed in the ferocious battle for Best in Show at the National Dog Show.
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
The problem isn't the machine. It's likelier to keep their teeth clean and breath fresh this holiday season with Greenie's Dental Treats.
You've got a big day, and you need to smell fresh. That's why the all-new Unstoppable is your phone with 24-hour non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you can't stop this power to fight right now. I don't sweat it. Secret Clinical gives me 3 times.
Hand out, breathe the congestion.
Hair hit its breaking point? Pantene Pro V Miracles formulas are infused with a pro-vitamin complex, plus powerful ingredients like biotin and collagen to repair weak inner hair bonds without the $60 price tag. Give your hair a comeback story with Pantene. Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Mr. Clean Foaming Back Magic Eraser cuts through 100% of soap, scum, and grime, while Mr. Clean Extra Durable effortlessly tackles messes throughout your home. Switch to Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. So you want to check a tire? Friday savings at the Nissan year-end event.
Open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday. So be the first to snag Lowe's doorbuster deals.
And your choice offers before they're gone. Holiday for less.
NBC 10 News at 11, your reason to stay up. Out on breaking news, straight from the NBC 10 Live Center.
Local stories that can't wait until tomorrow. And the most accurate forecast certified by Weather Radar. NBC 10 News at 11, coverage you count on.
So you only check it twice?
Nissan tests every model thousands of times.
No wonder we're JD Power's #1 in new vehicle quality. Hurry in for Black Friday savings at the Nissan year-end event. Get 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers.
Good morning to you.
Hang out the end.
That's my line. Did my little asparagus make a grown-up ogre stink?
15 years after Shrek learned the joys of parenthood, everyone's favorite ogre is ready to take on the teenage years. DreamWorks revealing the newest addition to the swamp for Shrek 5. Saturday Night Live's own Marcelo Hernandez and Superman's Skylar Gisondo are joining the cast to voice Shrek and Fiona's sons. Earlier this year, Zendaya signed on to play their daughter. Mike Myers and Cameron Diaz are all back in the saddle too. It's gonna be good. Gotta take my son to see that. Well, every dog has its day, and this Thanksgiving was one for the Belgian sheepdog. The battle for Best in Show at the National Dog Show was fierce this year, but at this doggy circus, Soleil reigned supreme.
That's the show tonight. Belgian sheepdog.
Belgian sheepdog. Whoa. Oh, beautiful. It was well deserved. A bit of a surprise, but well deserved. She's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. The Black Belgian sheepdog also won the show's herding group competition. But how can you pick just one? Coming up, the record-breaking year for holiday travel, and a priceless treasure is about to sparkle in London. And it might not be what you think.
It's Empire Today's Black Friday sale. While supplies last, save up to 70% on select installed styles of beautiful new carpet and flooring. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. Get Empire's home floor advantage and save up to 70% off while supplies last. Visit EmpireToday.com or call or text us to schedule your free in-home estimate. You know the number.
Mopping is hard work. Have you tried the Swiffer Power Mop? It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head cleans up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. Bye-bye, bucket. The Swiffer Power Mop.
There it is, we move the 50-yard line. Soon, we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance. To save people hundreds! Whoa. Looks like we're working.
What about halftime? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try Vapor Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Simple, clean, effective body wash. Gentle.
What's his deal? He got that more money feeling at Metro with one line of unlimited 5G for just $40, period. And a free 5G phone and no activation fees. Only at Metro.
I know, there's a better day coming.
Keep their teeth clean and breath fresh this holiday season with Greenie's Dental Treats.
Febreze, when you host, your bathroom can feel like a revolving door. Keep things fresh with Febreze bathroom. It's an alcohol-free air freshener and fights odors for 45 days. So even after every flush, you know your bathroom smells amazing.
And Santa Claus. Try Gain Sense of August with theaters now.
Here's what's making headlines this morning. A record 81 million Americans are on the move this holiday weekend. But with economic worries and the recent shutdown, many are scaling back, choosing W2 roars to the top of Thanksgiving. Kept its momentum, approaching $200 million domestic. And a rare Fabergé Imperial winter egg hits the auction block in London next week. The crystal diamond-studded piece opens to a bouquet of flowers, and it could fetch, get this, up to $26 million at Christie's. It is a beauty. We'll be right back.
With less pain and swelling from active psoriatic arthritis, imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. Some patients even felt less fatigued. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
No, there's a better day coming on.
Give us the facts. Let us decide it ourselves.
I want to be transparent, I guess, is mostly what I want.
If we got clear facts, maybe we can calm down a little.
Well, just because Thanksgiving is over doesn't mean we can't still be thankful. A group of high school students only needed the smallest prompt to share why they're grateful this year. Ellie Jackson has their stories.
I woke up at a good time today. Flirting with the bus.
Someone told me that my hair looked really pretty today.
Early one Monday morning at Monroe High School in Ohio, students lined the hallway to give thanks.
It's my birthday and people have been really nice.
I found out one of my new passions, and it's wrestling. Go wrestling.
When, on the way to class, they came across a microphone with this simple message. Tell us something good that happened to you today or recently.
I have good grades in my class.
The answers pouring in.
My good thing is basketball season starts today.
From sports,
I'm in the basketball team, and I finished my soccer season.
to puppy love.
I finally got a girlfriend.
No blessing too small to count.
I got to see like a lot of my friends today, and they just spread like positivity and stuff. There was a new girl at school today, and I think I made a new friend. So
Addie McSwain is a junior at Monroe High.
I've gotten to notice over time how big the little moments actually are, and practicing gratitude and thankfulness really just overpowers the weight of the bad.
The good thing that happened to me today was, Miss Gates, she complimented my artwork.
It wasn't until I put it together and watched it for the first time that it really struck me and just how emotional it was.
Adam Markham works at the district office. He set up the microphone that day.
It's a great reminder to just pause and take a look around and take stock in all the things that you do have to be thankful for, because it's really easy to forget sometimes.
A reminder for everyone that giving thanks can have a deeper meaning when you say it out loud.
I had a great team. I was here with all my friends. We had a great time.
Our thanks to Helly for sharing those thankful messages. Detroit celebrated Thanksgiving with its famous Big Head Core Parade. Giant paper-mache heads have been part of the tradition since 1924. This year's new edition honored Detroit Tigers legend Kirk Gibson. The parade company has over 300 big heads in its collection following last team seamstress. Now, as director of the Uniform Services, she keeps players performing their best. That's ahead on today. Thanks for kicking off your day with Early Today. Jessica Lee.
So if you want to take advantage of my crazy pricing for January 2nd, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're watching this commercial, you're my customer. The Shore, the Lehigh Valley, Delaware. If you're visiting from Chicago,
It's had to be expensive and bigger.
Free ham is back. Get your free ham when you redeem 400 choice points.
rides and kills a woman, then takes off. Then Donald Trump announces sweeping changes for immigration as we learn new details about that shooter.
And we are tracking some bitter Black Friday cold. That's right, if you're heading forward to meeting, you need the layers, the heavy coat.
Zachary is also filling in. She's in for Sheila in the First Alert Traffic Center. And Michelle Rotella is here in for meteorologist Bill Henley with your Weather Week certified most accurate forecast.
It is a cold winter mass that is with us. We're not tracking much as far as
I don't do, and it's really quiet. It's very nice to report. If you're up early and getting on the road for any area, you shouldn't have a line through the city and up to Bucks County. Nothing to delay you too badly. So that's all good news, Brenna.
Brenna, you know Eagles fans. Some got here at midnight, others at 2:30, 3 o'clock, all to prepare for this. The meat on the grill, good to go today after a little bit banged up in that game. I want to interrupt the process of getting.
Talk about that. We're past that, and we're on to today.
What's it going to take to move forward for this team?
I think it's going to take everybody moving in the same direction. It's nice to have BG back in there with his leadership on defense. We had some injuries last week. I think Reed going down really.
It's a cold one out here. Is that going to affect you?
No, not at all. If I need to warm up, I'll stand by the smoker. But it's a little windy, but not nearly as windy as last game. So I can deal with the cold a little bit.
Appreciate it, Eric. Brenna, we know that fans are going to continue to show up. 3 o'clock kickoff. Once again, the gates open at 8. We're going to see a lot more people show up in the next few hours.
That's for sure. Only more exciting for Neil here. Neil, thank you. We'll check back in just a minute. Meantime, the Eagles are preparing to enshrine the newest member of the team's Hall of Fame. Malcolm Jenkins will be inducted during Holiday.
But not only is it over the economy. One shopper we spoke with said Black Friday is more about tradition than anything else.
It's been a tradition since I was a young kid. When I was younger, I used to go into the stores, mostly Walmart. They used to have, they still do, but now it's Lululemon and all that stuff.
Cyber Monday, reporting live at King of Prussia, and
confirmed one man is dead. Police say an argument him. That victim. Also, a living tragedy in University City. A driver took off after hitting and killing a woman. Police say she was working the holiday, and this happened while she was on her lunch break. Police tell us the driver hit a 41-year-old victim with such force it knocked her out of her shoes. They also say the car dragged her to okay.
Honestly, and people need to pay attention more.
Investigators tell us after hitting the woman, the driver ended up crashing into another car about 3 blocks away, injuring both himself and the inside of Wednesday. Wolf is still in critical condition. The suspected gunman was also shot and is in the hospital. The CIA says he's an Afghan national who worked with U.S. forces during the war in Afghanistan. President Trump is tightening immigration rules in the wake of this shooting. In a Truth Social post, the president said he is, quote, permanently immigration. A source says he was granted asylum this year under Trump's administration. Let's take a live look now at the roads, which will be busy once again in the coming hours. You can see pretty quiet right now. People are starting to head home after the Thanksgiving holiday. According to AAA, the best time to travel today is before 11 a.m. Worst time would be between 1 and 7 p.m. If you have a choice in the matter, sounds like you might want to either get started early or just wait until after the rush. And if you are headed out anytime soon, you want to get back in your car. It's a chilly start to the day. Meteorologist Michelle Rotella is in with us.
Oh yeah, I love that. And if you're lucky and you have those heated seats as well, anything you do just to get a little extra toasty for this morning, because it is pretty chilly out there with wind chills in the 20s, temperatures themselves in the 30s. The suburbs, you only have clear skies, and look at the number there, 32 degrees. Very, very dry air. Hopefully you guys were running your humidifiers. If not, you'll need to run them for tonight as well, just to get some moisture going in. We've had just dry air that has been moving in. Have another weak wave of energy that will pass across the area today, and that will just kick up the wind gusts. We experienced that yesterday. We have another round of that for today. So temperatures right now across the area here, you're looking at Downingtown at 31, Westchester 31 as well. St. David's is 30 degrees, Warrington 30 as well. Make it feel much colder than these gusty winds and a very cold good for traffic.
Yeah, the weather, it's cold, but it's clear what roadways. That is not an issue at all. That's right. So Michelle, let's
severe weather strikes.
A flash flood warning has just been issued. Count on more.
Ordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges.
His first international trip as the leader of the Catholic Church. He touched down in Turkey yesterday. Pope is using the trip to urge peace in the Middle East and unity among the region's long-divided Christian churches. He'll stay in Turkey until Sunday before wrapping up his trip in Lebanon. Happening now, people in Michigan are cleaning up after, look at this, it turned out to be a white Thanksgiving. Several inches of snow fell yesterday, just days after a storm dumped a foot of flakes on the region. They're calling for even more snow in parts of that state today. Meantime, the clouds are getting low area living back. The first show plays at Dr. Macy's closed earlier this year to the public. Another
Couple of chances for some precipitation.
Wow.
Might have a little bit of some mixing going on there, I know. So a lot to talk about, especially when you look at the extended report. But for today, blustery conditions for your Black Friday. For me, and I don't know, maybe many others, it just feels like some bitter cold out there. We are tracking some Sunday showers. We'll time that out for you if you're heading home on Sunday, and watching a midweek system as well. That's what I was talking about, where we could have maybe a little bit of a mixed bag across some parts of the area. But you're drying right now. This is the bigger picture. She mentioned lake effect snow showers. They're still seeing that ongoing after you look at Lake Erie and Ontario. Here's a cold front that will sweep across the area for today. Not expecting any precip, expecting these wind gusts to kick up and become visible Sunday. And again, I think that happens maybe around 10 a.m. or so, and then throughout much of the day. So this is around Sunday at 6 a.m. On the onset, if we're cold enough, areas northwest of the I-95 corridor could have just a brief touch of snow before it to travel accordingly. And then again, by Sunday, you're looking at temperatures here in the 40s with those rain chances. Staying with us as we go on through the next several days. And I mentioned that midweek chance, and this is just one of the models that shows showing that we're on the warmer freeway, up with the Walton Bridge and 55. Brenna, we'll send it back to you. To the end, where they used drones, dogs, and officers from 9 different departments to find who they were looking for. And a popular trend makes its way overseas, and it's all thanks to TikTok, the products that are flying off store shelves.
10-day weather on NBC 10, sponsored by Meineke, doing car care right.
With my work, I need a reliable. And I got it here at the Philadelphia Public Auto Wash.
Walking into the big field in 30 days.
See for yourself.
Take flight with Philadelphia Ballet's George Balanchine's The Nutcracker, December 5th through 31st at the Academy of Music. Purchase your tickets at philadelphiaballet.org.
BetMGM Casino has the most exciting live dealer tables. All the exciting with live dealer blackjack, roulette, craps, baccarat, and more. Anytime you win.
I never split nines.
New customers get 100% deposit matching to $1,000 plus another $25, all paid in bonus bets. Only from the casino, born in Vegas.
For this week's Something About
Center for the Bengals last night after 14 win over the Ravens in Baltimore. The Sixers will be troublesome on NBC Sports Philadelphia. The Flyers are in New York to battle the Islanders this afternoon. The movement against consumerism. It encourages people to not buy anything for 24 hours, both online and in person. Instead, it encourages them to spend time with family and pets or volunteer with a local organization. Trading resumes on Wall Street today. The stock market was closed yesterday for Thanksgiving. The indices are coming off a winning day, fully dry in Atlanta. Popular deer. Let's up pressure, maybe.
Without a warrant.
New details to help explain a now viral video of federal agents outside a woman's Burlington County home. We're finally getting answers about what agents were doing there.
It's fine. Spin your win in your favorite games. Check out our awesome table games and face off against a real live dealer and play exclusive games that you simply can't play anywhere else. New Bet365 players get a 100% 100% deposit match bonus, up to $1,000 plus spins. Yeah.
Tuition are offered with unparalleled support, care, and compassion, so that your dreams become reality. Let's walk that path together.
Anytime, anywhere, NBC. Count on.
Start your morning with NBC10 News today to get the most accurate weather forecast for your neighborhood.
To catch you up on the top stories for you.
Right now, an outpouring of support here in Haddon Township.
To stay connected.
What's important in
For a place like NBC 10 News coverage.
Breaking news right now. Plus, we're like the 30s through the entire years. Black Friday is here, and we are live as shoppers are getting up early to get their hands on the deals of the day. Good morning. Thanks for being with us this morning. I'm Vanna White and Erin. Katie Zachary is also filling in the First Alert Traffic Center, and Michelle Rosella is here with your Weather Rate certified most accurate forecast. Really chilly start to the day.
Oh yeah, about 3 some locations colder than where we were this time, affecting ours across parts of north central PA, and also right off the Great Lakes there. So we will just see gusty winds for today. Winds right now up to 15 miles per hour for sustained winds in Coatesville, 15.8 for AC, but it doesn't take a lot of wind this time of year to make it feel that much cold. 20 miles per hour, make it coming up, so you can make
the turnpike in the northeast is cold. The same if you go in the eastbound direction. We do, however, we just learned of a crash for the passenger turnpike meets up the northeast extension, so right around the midpoint. He's saying argument chased him and shot him. The victim ran back outside and collapsed. The shooter took off in a white sedan, and witnesses told police who that person is. Officers are now searching for him. Eagles fans, it's game day. Time to put Sunday's collapse against the Cowboys behind us for good. They'll take on the Bears in a 3 p.m. Black Friday matchup at the Link. That is what
the Eagles coming off that tough loss. Fans waiting to get into the tail 4 on legacy. His legacy will be on
a little bit. Jason Kelsey is bringing his New Heights tailgate to South Philly today. The free game party will be there. And retailers across our
Brennan, almost never see mostly this. A head start on maybe carousing and looking in person and online.
There's this website.
Driver hit and drive. Police tell us they arrested the suspected driver as he was shot in a targeted attack in Washington, D.C. has died. President Trump announced the death of Sarah Beckstrom last night. Dozens of first responders honored her by escorting her body from the suspected Good Morning fire damages a home in Philadelphia's Girl Home neighborhood. Video from the Citizens app here shows firefighters working outside of the home on Lawndale Avenue yesterday morning. You can see on the map on the right-hand side of your screen. ICE is responding to NBC and Hood Conway book page. Respond. We asked ICE officers were looking for suspicious activity outside of a bank, led officers to chasing 3 people through a Wawa parking lot, and they are all in police custody.
While on investigation, revealed at least one person was committing some sort of fraud inside. While that was happening, another suspect, police say the driver of the vehicle, took off from the bank parking lot. The officers caught a description of the SUV before it went out of view and broadcast what it looked like over a mile from the bank, where the SUV was spotted in the parking lot. Video reviewed by NBC 10. The driver gets out with his hands up too, but then takes off. Police and the other 2 suspects also was unfolding and pulled out his cell phone and started recording this video. It seems to show an officer running after one suspect and into the woods across the street.
The cop's over here. There's somebody up here. The cop's got somebody on the ground up here, and somebody right over there. And the cops.
The sheriff's office rushed to the area to help find the escaped suspects. Through a combination of foot and canine searches, as well as drone operations, all 3 individuals were captured and taken into custody. In Newtown, Brian Sheen, NBC 10 News.
Happening today, flight on ice at the Energy Newtown Square. Organizers say it's one of the largest through February 1st. Good day to get out on the ice, but you're going to need to bundle up, that is for sure.
Yeah, and layers for sure, like the scarf. I'm thinking about the gloves, the heavier coat. And again, you just really got to find some ways to stay warm if you're heading out. And I wouldn't say, I mean, it is the air temperatures, but it's the gusty winds and winds across parts of Delaware. You're looking at 29 for Greenville, Ashland at 31, seeing Edgemore at 31, Claymont 31, and then taking you down here as we go through Blackbird to Clayton to Smyrna. We're also looking at some low to maybe mid-30s. Here's your day for today. Future cast showing you still have this west wind gusty at times. We have a few clouds here or there. And look at the blue, indicating maybe some flurries across the Lehigh Valley, though. I think for the most part, it's just going to be on the dry side here. But the gusty wind stays with us for today. Allentown, and much of the same gusty winds continuing through much of the region in the 20s in some areas. We're going to talk about some rain showers. More on that coming up in just a few. Right now, let's go check out those roadways. Katie, how's it going this morning?
Thank you, Michelle. Fortunately, no rain showers, no snow showers. It may feel that way when you're walking out to your car right now. Overall, things are looking pretty good if you want to hit the road right now and get home after your holiday. Down in the Plymouth meeting area, if you're taking the northeast extension of the Pennsylvania Turnpike north from the County Toll Plaza, there is a crash right at exit 20 where it meets up with the Pennsylvania Turnpike, that crash affecting the two right lanes. Brennan, when we see you in a little bit, we'll take a look at your drive times on New Jersey roadways and then our area bridges. Back to you. Sounds like
Just this, what will it take for your dog to just chill out? The product experts say you can give your aggressive or anxious
Night. Count on it. First alert traffic on NBC. Get ready for warmer weather with a free AC check and repairs. We'll also position, but I had so much knee pain. And I'm driving down the street, even my car.
My leg, but never.
Sir.
from the NBC 10 Live Center. The NBC 10 Live Center.
Local sports
are targeting you this time of year.
Right now, folks are thinking about giving back, enjoying their holidays, but fraudsters are coming up with all kinds of plans to defraud people out of their assets and life savings.
Special Agent Nicole Sinegar says she sees it year after year. Scammers trying to take advantage of people wrapped up in the holidays.
They're gone down. They're moving very quickly.
On the IRS, Sinegar says how it
transfer money through
cell phone
has been compromised.
From there, the scammer might ask for your personal information to fix the so-called message like this out of the blue. Don't hand your information over.
Take a pause and reach out to your service provider directly to determine if this is legitimate and what steps you should take to get it resolved.
Remember, this time of year, not everyone will have the opportunity to spend time with family and friends.
Some people will be alone, and scammers know that as well.
Agent Sinegar says investment scams typically target people who are lonely, often through a message.
One that wants to help you invest and so forth. Socioeconomic demographic can fall victim to one of these scams.
And be the first red flag. Scammers tend to reach messages, emails, or phone calls out of the blue to engage you. Also, look out for any C10 app, or of course, you can always just give us a call.
We're not in the defrosting part of like the windshield and all that, but we are going to be dealing with just some bitter cold for today. Strong gusty winds. So pre-Black Friday, having it feel like the 30s, it feels like the 20s, especially when yesterday some significant. Yeah, it's 34 for South for Philly and 32 for Cherry Hill, Washington Township at 31. So for today, clear skies, but you need layers in tonight. We fall down into the 20s, and it will be another chilly start for us. High pressure built in for your Saturday and for part of your Sunday, but then this front is going to move in across the area. We might see a bump in some temperatures on Sunday, but for the most part, we'll still be chilly when it comes to those rain showers passing through. So on the onset, areas like Berks County, Lehigh, some higher elevations have the opportunity to see some quick snow showers that transitions into just some plain old rain. Heavy rain at times gets on out of here by Sunday evening. So again, could be a little bit messy for your Sunday travel. Might have a brief break in the rain by the time we get into Monday afternoon, but by Tuesday, tracking another midweek system that could bring some wintry weather with it. Right now, areas southeast of Philadelphia, it just looks like some heavy rain. Northwest, you might have a shot of seeing some of that mixing before it does transition to just pretty much
weak cycles and cardiovascular function. Helps shield us from inflammation and other damage. During perimenopause, though, hormone levels naturally start to go down. The researchers think introducing hormone replacement therapy during that time will maintain estrogen levels and possibly protect women against developing criminal threat. Zootopia's first day Wednesday. It beat out Wicked for Good, which earned $17 million that day. Zootopia 2 is expected to bring in more than $135 million over the long holiday weekend. Mario marching band, as you just saw right there. It was the band's first one best. It was in Irving. The drastic measures police say the driver took to try to get away. And it's almost time to shop. The King of Prussia Mall, which opens in just minutes for Black Friday customers. We're live there as shopping gets underway.
Spread the word, new drinks at Wawa.
Like peppermint cookies and cream.
Wawa's holiday drinks are here.
If you get the flu, it'll make it a lot less way to you. If you're on IBX.com,
Somehow, it became Sierra. Or current eligible GMC lessees can get this low mileage lease on this Sierra Elevation for around $299 per month. We are professional grade.
That is the end where you leave ordinary for something a little more interesting. What's your favorite games? Price is Right? Or the center of it all with live dealer classics. Don't forget to take the view, because interesting leads to exciting, which opens the door to extraordinary.
Clubs and
Bad shoppers get things going early. They're telling us which deals they are taking advantage of. Thanks for waking up with us or being with us if you've already been awake like those shoppers have. I'm Brenna White and Erin right now at 6. Katie Zachary is also filling in. She's in the First Alert Traffic Center. And meteorologist Michelle Rotella is here with your Weather Rate certified most accurate forecast. People need to layer up today.
Oh yeah, layer up if you're heading out. I've never been one to actually head up that early for the shopping. Heavy coat for sure. We've had clear. They're already blowing snow, so I'm sure they're seeing any snow showers. It's just today making it on Friday. A lot of people headed out maybe to do some early holiday shopping, and they are on the roads right now. But you shouldn't find any issues on that stretch of 76 from the Vine Street Expressway out to the Blue Route. I do want to look at our maps right now. We do 76 in South Philadelphia in the eastbound direction, right around 34th Street. We do have a disabled vehicle that's affecting things, and then also some good news, Brenna. The Plymouth meeting incident we had on the northeast extension of the Pennsylvania Turnpike is all cleared up. We'll send it back to you.
Sounds good, Katie. Thank you. Breaking news, an argument leads to a shooting in Philadelphia's Fox Chase neighborhood. We have confirmed one man is dead. Police say an argument started in front of the man.
Hopefully Jeff Allen got the offensive line in order this week, and they're going to make some big holes for Saquon.
We're in that part of the season where you need to learn exactly what your team looks like offensively, defensively, on special teams. Do you think a loss around this time actually helps the Eagles in a way learn more about themselves and can maybe push them towards the finish line in that Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose, you got to learn from it. You know, if you're not learning from your mistakes, you're just going to beat them. So, you know, hopefully they learn from them and they know that they got to, do things a little differently. Maybe they sat down, looked at that second half of the Rams game, film a little bit so they could get going with that. And, motivated by it, but whatever they need.
Brenna, good morning. Turning to shoppers, they even lined up this morning trying to get the best deals in their hands on everything that they're after this morning. Now, joining us live is Todd Putt. He is the Director of Marketing for King of Prussia. Todd, thank you for joining us this morning. What do you think of the foot traffic so far?
It's been great. I think you've seen it. We've seen it, right? There's a lot of people here, a lot of excitement, energy. Some people out to get deals, and we've really seen it so far this holiday season. People are doing their research in advance with a plan. looking for, obviously all the top items on their list this year.
Speaking of top items, you were the one who called it. I think you guys can take a look at the mall right now that people will be lined up. Lululemon. What are some shops that you typically see people lining up early for?
Yeah. So, there's a lot of new brands, a lot of exciting brands where we see a lot of deals. Obviously, Lululemon is a big one. Aerie had a big crowd. Abercrombie and Fitch, they're back at the mall this year, and they had a line this morning. So there's just energy and excitement all around the property this morning. We're just happy to welcome people out. We have extended hours today, so if people are looking to shop early, that's what I would recommend. Come up with a plan and get here early. Find your favorite park and get something to eat and enjoy.
And thank you, Todd. Thank you for your time this morning. So yeah, the day's really just beginning. The workers and employees there are hard at work. Going to be visiting for sure. For now, live at King of Prussia, Lily Zhang, NBC 10 News.
All right, Lily. Good luck to all those shoppers. In University City, a driver took off after hitting and killing a woman. Police say she was working on the holiday, and this happened while she was on her lunch break. Police tell us the driver hit the 41-year-old victim with such force it knocked her out of her shoes. They also say the car drive took 200 feet. This happened late yesterday afternoon at 36th and Market. Witnesses tell us the driver was speeding and reckless. Investigators say after hitting the woman, the driver ended up crashing into another car about 3 blocks away, injuring both himself and the people inside of that car. He then got out and tried to run away, but police caught up and arrested him. Developing right now, one of the National Guard members shot during an ambush in Washington, D.C. has died. President Trump confirmed the death of 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom during a Thanksgiving call with U.S. troops.
Highly respected young
under a resettlement program do expect to be busy once again in the coming hours. People are starting to head home, of course, after the Thanksgiving holiday. According to AAA, the best time to travel today is before 11 a.m. The worst time between 1 and 7 p.m. So if you have a choice in the matter, you might want to get started early or wait until after the rush. A holiday staple returns to Center City today. After a lot of uncertainty, the Wanamaker Light Show is back. The first show plays at 12:30 this afternoon.
Temperature media wind gusts have been picked for this afternoon. So again, if you're heading out, make sure to wear those gloves for sure. Next 4 days, a little less wind on Saturday, still some chill, and then a rise in the temperatures ever so slightly on Sunday, but it does come with some rain showers. That is a look at your forecast. Good morning, Katie. How are the roads looking?
Good morning, Michelle. It's 6:11 right now. We are seeing a little extra volume on our majors. This is a good shot of 76 Schuylkill Expressway in Center City, right where it meets up with the Vine Street Expressway. If you're taking the Vine across town from 76 to 95, you shouldn't have any issues there. It'll take you about 2 to 3 minutes. You can see he's taking.
I'll share the new information. Eagles, the 3
Certified most
A chance you simply can't play anywhere else.
Download the app, play casino, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
There's a better way to buy a car, and it's here at Glansman Subaru. You get more for your money with a lifetime warranty with any new Subaru purchase and 3 years of complimentary maintenance with any new Subaru lease. It's not just the car that matters. It's where you choose to do business that makes the difference. Glansman Subaru in Willow Grove. It's different here.
Glansman and Subaru will donate a total of $3.
Happy holidays, Rita.
Thanks, Joe.
What a great gift.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Merry Money Match.
Happy holidays.
And best wishes from the lottery.
What's our why? Put simply, you are. You're the heartbeat in every headline, the neighbor in every narrative, the spark in every story. You're why we spotlight stories that matter, and why we chase context more than clicks. Because to us, building community is the only story in town. On air, online, in person. If it matters to you, it matters to us. The why behind WHYY is you.
Fred Shropshire in Chaplin, London, every weeknight. Count on it.
This is NBC 10 News.
The death toll from that high-rise apartment building fire in Hong Kong has now risen to 128. That number is only expected to grow, with dozens still missing. This fire broke out on Wednesday. In an update this morning, officials announced the flames are finally nearly extinguished. High winds and extreme heat kept aerial equipment like helicopters from being used to fight the flames. Firefighters also say their ladders and hoses could only reach just over halfway up the buildings. Authorities have arrested 3 people and launched a criminal investigation. This is Hong Kong's deadliest fire in 7 decades. Terry before wrapping up his trip in Lebanon. Happening now, people in Michigan are cleaning up after what turned out to be a white Thanksgiving. Look at this. Several inches of snow fell yesterday, just days after a storm dumped a foot of the flakes on the region. They're calling for even more snow in parts of the state today. The clouds are getting a workout meantime in western New York this morning. This is all late per hour, sunspots, and just great water temperature. We don't have that. Blustery Black Friday, so 35, 40 miles per hour. Tracking you updated, and we're also watching a midweek system as well. So right now I mentioned clear skies, might have a few lingering clouds areas northwest, more across the Lehigh Valley, and that's where we find even further northwest those lake effect snow showers that we were just talking about out of Erie and Ontario, Lake Superior as well, Lake Michigan, you can see that. So stacking up a couple more inches, I am sure. We good old cold front will pass through. Doesn't do much for us when it comes to precipitation, just kicks up those wind gusts even more this afternoon. Dew points, I wanted to show this map because it is so dry out there, and I'm sure maybe you felt that in your throat or your nose. Maybe just get the humidifier going for this morning or even throughout the to those overnight hours. Temperatures right now, Friday shoppers definitely want to stack on the return of some of the rain. So if you are slated to take the bridge across the river, you are going to be stopped while the ship passes through. Most of our majors, the Blue Route 76 and 95 in the Philadelphia area, as we've said, are free and clear of any issues. We do have a crash just into our system. 95 southbound David Road is taking out at least one lane there. It doesn't seem to be affecting drive times quite yet. And also still run up in South Philadelphia on 76 in the eastbound direction right near 34th Street. We have some debris taking out one lane. We've seen a little bit. We're going to take a look at drive times on New Jersey roads as well as Delaware. We'll send it back to you. Sounds good, Katie. Thanks.
Oh, it's over here. There's somebody up here.
A wild chase for 3 men around Bucks County. What police say happened moments before they used drones, dogs, and officers from 9 different departments to find who they were looking for. And a new character is entering the swamp, the rising star who just signed on for Shrek 5.
10-day weather on NBC 10, sponsored by the former BQ Basements and Concrete, now Groundworks.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use it. And not open.
Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Citadel's free Ultimate Growth checking account grows with you. You'll earn interest on the money in your account. And it comes with tiered rewards. Plus, no monthly service fee. The best part? You'll start with a cash bonus up to $500. We're all in on growth. Join us and get growing today. Citadel, building strength together.
I want to tell you a story, a tale of how the magic of Christmas stays with us all, although sometimes we need reminding. And with the help of a few miracles, I can show you how I made them believe in me again.
Now, your favorite Christmas story comes to you live on stage in the spectacular Broadway musical Meredith Wilson's Miracle on 34th Street, the musical. December 20th.
Tickets on sale now.
And on that limb, about the little nest, French little nest, pretty little nest. That's your evidence, baby. Now the nest on the limb, and the limb on the tree, and the green grass grows all round and round.
Life is full of surprises.
Green grass grows all around.
That's why we're keeping your internet price the same. The 5-year price guarantee, only from Xfinity. Xfinity, imagine that.
This is NBC 10 News.
It is game day, and I am so lucky to be here with some really special guests. Eagles cheerleaders stopped by, and they have a really special request for fans today. You can see all of my friends here are decked out in black for Black Friday. McKenna, tell us a little bit about what you want fans to do.
Absolutely. We are so pumped to be hosting our first ever Black Friday matchup. We've got a 3 p.m. kickoff against the Bears today. Yeah. And we're asking fans to wear all black. It doesn't have to be Eagles apparel. Anything you have in your closet that's black. We just want people to come out and support the Birds. They're going to be in their all black uniforms as well.
Okay, and they're going to have a special presentation and everything inside of the link. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, I need to bundle up if I'm going to this game. You all have your perfect, black coats for this. If people don't have something Eagles black and they want it, I know the Pro Shop probably has some really special deals. Joe Burrow is back. Burrow was back under center for the Bengals last night after spending more than 2 months on injured reserve. He tossed 2 touchdowns to lead Cincinnati to a 32-14 win over the Ravens in Baltimore. And you saw it right here on NBC 10. In the other 2 games of the day, the Cowboys topped the Chiefs and the Packers beat the Lions. The Sixers will be without Joel Embiid again tonight when they face the Nets. Embiid will miss his 9th game in a row as they manage that troublesome right knee of his. Rookie VJ Edgecombe also out again for tonight's game, and Paul George is questionable. We'll have to wait and see on that. It's a 7:30 tip-off in Brooklyn, and you can watch it on NBC Sports Philadelphia. The Flyers are in New York to battle the Islanders this afternoon. You can watch all of the action right here on NBC 10. Puck drops at 4 p.m. In today's talkers, a group of high school students are reminding us what Thanksgiving is all about.
I woke up at a good time today for school, playing with the bus.
Someone told me that my hair looked really pretty today.
Students lined up with this microphone on Monday and shared what they're for.
During Toyotathon, get great offers on your Toyota hybrids like Camry, RAV4, and Prius. Shop online and visit your nearest Tri-State Toyota dealer today.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Have a dream you want to chase? A career goal waiting to be achieved? At Wilmington University, we open doors to opportunity. Excellent academics, flexible schedules, and affordable tuition are offered with unparalleled support, care, and compassion so that your dreams become reality. Let's walk that path together. Visit wilmington.edu to start your journey today.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best present.
And a day dedicated to total value of over $11,500 and this year $1,500. That's 20% below MSRP. Time and temperature sponsored by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
NBC 10 News starts now.
Breaking news right now at 6:30. A man shot and killed at his own home in the Fox Chase neighborhood. What police say happened moments before the gunfire. Plus, getting ready for game day. The Eagles are back at home to take on the Bears and up, ready to get their hands on the best steals of the day. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm Brenna White in for Keith and Aaron. Right now at 6:30, Kimmy Zachary also filling in the First Alert Traffic Center, and meteorologist Michelle Tellare is here with your weather rate certified most accurate forecast. A lot of those people were wearing coats. It's pretty cold out there.
Heavy coats for sure, not the light jacket, the heavier coat with some of the inner lining. You need that. You need the hand warmers and some layers for sure. Clear skies all across the area. They've been blowing snow here at Camelback since I've come in. I've seen the so I'm sure. We have clear skies right now. Where they don't have clear skies and they are dealing with some snow showers across parts of New York. You see Syracuse, Watertown, Buffalo, Erie as well, Binghamton, getting in on some of those lake effect snow bands. None of that really reaching our region, but again, we are seeing the winds kick up here. So expecting us as we go through the afternoon to be 30 to 40 miles per hour. Wind chill right now has it feeling like the low 20s. Holiday shopping forecast. Again, not dodging rain showers or snow showers, just dealing with gusty winds and cold for today. More on the rain showers that are headed in our direction coming up in just a few. Right now, let's check out the roads. How's it going? Katie?
Michelle, thank you so much. All right, we have a few things out there for drivers who might be up early, getting on the road. Maybe they're doing some Black Friday shopping at this time. Traffic is being stopped for an opening on the Tacony-Palmyra Bridge. If you're slated to cross over that, using that to cross the Delaware River, just be aware that a ship is passing through, so there may be some delays over there. Overall, the majors through the Philadelphia area are looking pretty free and clear of any issues. We do have an issue on 95 southbound right around Woodhaven Road, blocking the right lane. A crash there, and also still some debris blocking the right lane on 76 eastbound right around 34th Street. Brendan, when we see it, we'll take a look at mass transit if it's running out of close to schedule.
Okay, sounds good, thank you. We have some breaking news. An argument leads to a shooting in Philadelphia's Fox Chase neighborhood, and we have confirmed one man is dead. Police say an argument started in front of the man's house on Emerson Street around 11:30 last night. Witnesses told them the man ran inside and the shooter chased him and shot him. The victim ran back outside and collapsed. The shooter took off in a white sedan. Now, witnesses told police who that person is, and officers are now searching for him. Eagles fans, it is game day and time to put Sunday's collapse against the Cowboys behind us for good. They will take on the Bears at 3 p.m. and a Black Friday matchup at the Link. That is where we find NBC 10's Neil Fisher. And Neil, we all know this is a must-win game for the Birds.
Brennan, good morning to you. A lot of fans ready and eager to get into the lots to tailgate. That opens up in about an hour and a half. Joining us now, Eagles insider Dave Spadaro. Dave, good morning to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. This is a big matchup. Two teams at the top of their division, both 8-3. What do you see with the Chicago Bears today?
Yeah, the Bears, they've come such a long way in one season. They've got a young quarterback who's playing really good football. Their offense, they're second in the NFL in rushing the ball. They've got big play receivers, young guys. They rebuilt the offensive line in free agency. Their defense takes the football away. They've got some healthy quarterbacks. I see a really good football team. And when you look, Neil, at what the Cowboys did yesterday, all of a sudden, this is a really big game in the NFC East. So, look, back in black, great atmosphere, primetime game, only game in town for the NFL. So it's a huge moment for the Philadelphia Eagles and par for the course in 2025. Every game feels like the Eagles are the center of the universe.
Speaking of the Cowboys, what has the vibes been like inside the locker room, inside the facility this week?
Yeah, nobody cares about the Cowboys. I mean, that's over with. Their game on Sunday was a tough loss, and the Eagles really made a lot of mistakes. You cannot have 14 penalties in a game and expect to win in the NFL, so the Eagles really need to tighten this up and play disciplined, focused football. That's been a point of emphasis all year, really, for the Eagles. And then you can't turn the ball over. Eagles have turned the ball over the fewest amount in the NFL, but they've got Sidney Brown. He's ready to go, and I feel like the Eagles are ready to play a good football game. It's great to come back after a loss.
And a very special day for Malcolm Jenkins as well. When he left in 2020, his legacy will be shining today.
Yeah, at halftime, Malcolm Jenkins and Bucko Kilroy go into the Eagles Hall of Fame, and Malcolm is the first player from the Eagles 2017 on Malcolm Jenkins.
Kelsey's new high structure. They go enjoy their shopping experience, and I just met a few new friends here in line. This is Ella here in line. This is Ella and Maddie. Thank you guys for joining us. How long have you guys been waiting in line?
Oh, no, not really. I don't think we just kind of came here just knowing what to expect because, there's a lot of people.
And are you guys shopping Black Friday shopping every year? Is this sort of tradition for you guys?
I have, yeah.
The first responders honored her by escorting her body from the hospital to the medical examiner's office. You can hear. The Second National Guard member, Andrew Wolf, is in critical condition. Both are from the West Virginia National Guard. The suspected gunman was also shot and is in the hospital. The CIA says he's an Afghan national who worked with U.S. forces during the war in Afghanistan. Developing news, a woman is dead after a driver hit and dragged her in University City. The 41-year-old was on her lunch break late yesterday afternoon at 36th and Market. The impact knocked her out of her shoes. Police tell us they arrested the suspected driver as he ran off after crashing into another car a few blocks away. In Bucks County, reports of suspicious activity outside of a bank led to officers chasing 3 people through a Wawa parking lot. Cell phone video appears to show a police officer chasing after one of the suspected people who was heading into a wooded area in Newtown Township. This happened yesterday afternoon. All 3 suspects are in police custody this morning. Investigators say at least one of them was committing some sort of fraud inside the bank where the whole thing started. ICE is responding to NBC 10's questions about this now viral ring camera video. It shows people who identified themselves as federal agents outside a woman's home in Burlington County earlier this month. Congressman Herb Conaway posted it on his Facebook page. In the clip, the woman uses her doorbell camera to say she's out of town and no one's home. The people continue to peer through windows and bang on the door for several minutes. The woman asks if the people had a warrant, and they don't respond. We asked ICE to confirm the people in the video were federal agents and why they were at the home. In a new statement, a spokesperson tells NBC 10, quote, that day, ICE enforcement and removal officers were looking for an alien who failed to comply with his reporting requirements at the alien's listed address. Happening today, SEPTA is hoping to cash in on Black Friday. The transit agency is opening up its first pop-up store at its headquarters on Market Street. Take a look at some of the products that will be on sale. The store opens at noon and closes at 6 p.m., and it'll be in Center City through Christmas Eve. Also happening today, Flight on Ice at the Energy Transfer Veterans Memorial Rink returns to Newtown Square. Organizers say it's one of the largest holiday attractions in Delaware County. The event helps support local veterans. It opens this afternoon at 4 and will run through February 1st. Definitely feels like ice skating season. 6:40 right now on your Black Friday, and it's a chilly start today.
A very chilly start. You definitely need to bundle up if you're going to be heading outdoors, but I have to show you just some of the really nice sunrises that we get with these conditions. So we've had some clear skies. This is our new Hope camera showing you Bucks County into the suburbs we go. Temps there right on that freezing mark, 32 degrees. Dew point very low. Not just there, but for many of us, our winds have been coming out of the west, southwest as well. Warrington at 30, New Hope 32, Langhorne's at 32 as well, and also some Glen South. Close to around 40 degrees, but it will still feel like the 30s for much of the day. And as we go into the evening hours as well, we'll see some clear skies here, but it's going to be going down into the 20s once again. So we'll be off to a pretty chilly start. South Jersey at 32 degrees as well. Temps here as well into the lower 30s. So it will be a chilly day all across the area and blustery as well. We do see rain showers back in the forecast. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a few. Right now, let's get a check of the roadways. How's it going?
Good morning, Michelle. Thank you so much. Now that the sun is coming up, we have a much better view of Center City, Philadelphia. We can see some of our roads. You can see 76 here snaking around along the Schuylkill. And this is the eastbound where you see those headlights there. That's in the eastbound direction, headed toward Market Street and the Vineswood Expressway. Here's the Vine right here. Really light traffic flow. Really not a lot of volume on most of our majors, which is the good news right now. So 95 southbound, right around Woodhaven Road for that exit, there is a crash blocking the right lane. Be aware of that. And then moving into New Jersey, 295 at Route 70, really late.
The one thing you should be doing every cut to make them more relaxed over time.
Ford SUVs are go. Bronco family, it's go time. The Ford Truck Trucks are a go.
Get an Explorer with 0% financing, 0 down, and no payments for up to 90 days, or lease for $445 a month.
The Black Friday sale is on all month long at Gerhardt's Appliance. Save big on this Samsung 4-piece French door kitchen package, complete with air fry range and counter depth refrigerator. Just $14.99 after rebate. That's a full kitchen upgrade for under $1,500. Washer isn't up for the holiday haul? We got you. This Whirlpool 2-in-1 removable agitator washer for only $3.99. The best deals of the year are happening right now at Gerhardt's Appliance, the heart of your kitchen for over 80 years.
What does it take to get to the 2026 Winter Olympics? Everything. This week on Chasing Gold.
I just want to enjoy the process and all of the effort that has been put in.
Join us for Chasing Gold, only on NBC, and take the journey of a lifetime with America's Olympians and Paralympians, past, present, and future. Coverage of the 2026 Milan Cortina Olympic and Paralympic Games on NBC is brought to you locally by Comcast, proud partner of Team USA.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. So yeah, you don't just get some lawyer, you get an army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Hi, Mom. I
Costa La Rosa. Celebrate the holidays with Stella Rosa.
Black Friday deals engaged.
Ford SUVs are go. Bronco family, it's go time. Build Ford tough trucks are go.
Now, for a limited time, lease a Ford Bronco Sport Big Van for only $299 a month.
Every morning, you welcome us into your home.
And we welcome you into ours. Here, every room feels like a family room.
And your backyard is heaven.
Our home is your home, and our door is always open.
Family, rushing to get the best deals.
This is NBC 10 News.
Simply going to bed at a consistent time could be the key to lowering your blood pressure. Participants in a newly published study had significant drops in blood pressure after just 2 weeks of going to sleep at the exact same time each night. The researchers suspect irregular bedtimes disrupt the body's circadian rhythm, which regulates both sleep-wake cycles and cardiovascular function. CBD supplements could make dogs less aggressive over time. Researchers gave dogs cannabis-derived products over a span of several years. They found the dogs ended up showing reduced levels of aggression. This is all according to a new veterinary study published today. In recent years, CBD products have exploded in use for dogs, even though it's not specifically approved for canines by the FDA. In this morning's consumer news, Uber is expanding its robo-taxi service to the United Arab Emirates. The company rolled out fully driverless rides in Abu Dhabi on Wednesday. It's the first robo-taxi service available in the Middle East. Uber has already brought this technology to 3 cities in the United States: Austin, Phoenix, and Atlanta. Today is Black Friday, but also on the flip side, it's also Buy Nothing Day. It's part of a movement against consumerism. It encourages people to not buy anything for 24 hours, both online and in person. Instead, it encourages them to spend time with family and pets or volunteer with a local organization. What a way to kick off the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Wicked for Good star Cynthia Erivo did the honors yesterday morning. The parade featured 34 balloons, including some new ones like Mario and Derpy the Tiger from K-pop Demon Hunters. I watched this live. How cool. A huge moment for the Temple University Diamond Marching Band. It was their first time ever marching in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They performed tunes for the holiday season and some songs specific to Philadelphia. They crushed it. Trending right now, a big win for an underdog.
Best in show tonight, Belgian Sheepdog.
The Belgian Sheepdog. There you go.
Soleil, the Belgian sheepdog, won Best in Show at the National Dog Show. She had the odds stacked against her, too. The Belgian sheepdog is part of the herding group, and according to NBC News' Steve Kornacki, it was one of the group's least favorite to win. Millions of people tune in every year to watch the competition, filmed at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks. And hey, you can see Soleil on the Today Show coming up this morning. All of the dogs are really in my eyes. I love watching this.
I know. I was watching it yesterday, and then my dog just went right up to the TV.
Oh, really?
And she just started doing that whining noise where she wants to play. She loves to play, so she was just barking.
Dialed in.
I was like, shh, the baby's sleeping.
Right, well, that's tough.
It's tough, but I had to watch the dog show. Hey, if you want to walk the dog today, you need the layers, and it's just going to be on the chilly side. Though you don't have to deal with rain showers. We have clear skies across the area. It's been a really nice sunrise that we've been seeing across the region. Luxury Black Friday, wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. Tracking some Sunday showers that will be on throughout the day, so keep that in mind if you're traveling home on Sunday and watching the midweek for a system. So clear right now, as we mentioned. I zoom out to show you they are still dealing with lake effect snow showers all across the Great Lakes. We have another weak wave, a short wave that's just going to pulse across the area that will likely kick up those winds that I was mentioning. So wind gusts right now, just a few across the region, but I expect numerous wind gusts throughout this afternoon, especially around, say, 1 o'clock. I think that it's going to be very, very windy outside.
All right, so dew points right now, they're in the teens. It's been very, very dry air that we've been dealing with, and so you need to crank up the humidifier, get some moisture back in the atmosphere. And you look at temperatures right now, you see some 20s and some 30s across our metro areas, but it has it feeling like the 20s, especially when you factor in a little bit of a breeze. Today, getting up to those 20s and also the 30s. So again, lots of layers, heavy coats if you're going to be outside for a prolonged period of time, and more 20s, widespread 20s for tonight as we take it in through those overnight hours and on Saturday. Dry conditions on Saturday, but look at the approaching front as we go into Sunday. On the onset, maybe a little bit of a mixing before it becomes widespread rainfall Sunday afternoon. Gets on out of here by 5 p.m., so some good news there. Maybe travel later in the day, and you can just kind of escape just the soggy stuff earlier into the day. But we do have rain chances that continue into the midweek, as I mentioned. So just a brief look at that. This is a system that could bring our first best shot of some wintry mix. It looks like the areas right now southeast of Philadelphia will be mainly some rain showers. But again, keeping an eye on that for Tuesday. Dry for Wednesday, Thursday. Next chance of some showers comes on Friday. That's a look at your forecast. How are the roads this morning, Katie?
Hi, Michelle. Well, about 10 minutes before 7 a.m. If you're not already up to get jump on Black Friday shopping, well, this is what you have to contend with, and it's not a lot. Not a lot of volume on many of our majors. This is a great example. 76 is Schuylkill Expressway at City Avenue. Very light traffic. If you're taking 95 southbound, we do have a crash still out there affecting the right-hand lane. That's at Woodhaven Road, so be aware of that. Moving into South Jersey, our drive times are looking really good. Everything in the green. No construction out there delaying you. Area 95 to
Police arrested R&B star Ray J. He's accused of pulling a gun on his ex-wife during a heated exchange that was live streamed. Video footage of the stream shared on social media appears to show Ray J loading a gun as he argues with his former spouse, Princess Love. She then accuses him of pointing a gun at her. Officers booked Ray J into a Los Angeles jail early yesterday morning and charged him with making a criminal threat.
Hops and Wild?
Wild and Hops. A dream team. Sorry, Paul.
Zootopia 2 is leading the Thanksgiving box office. The animated sequel brought in more. Zootopia is expected to bring in more than $135 million over the long holiday weekend. It's a chilly day, so why not keep warm inside the mall? This is a live look at some long lines on Black Friday. Shoppers eager to get those deals inside of the King of Prussia Mall. The Today Show is coming up in just a few minutes. Laura Jarrett joins us now with a preview. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning, Brenna. Coming up here on Today, Black Friday is here, and shoppers are heading out earlier than ever to take advantage of some of those great holiday sales. But with a marathon of markdowns leading up to the big day, we're breaking down what's actually worth splurging on right now and what you might want to skip. Also ahead, tens of millions of Americans are hitting the road or catching a flight home from Thanksgiving. But could a major winter weekend storm impact your holiday travel rush? We're live with everything you need to know. Plus, a Thanksgiving tradition. America's top dog is going to be here live on our plaza after winning big at the National Dog Show. We're going to introduce you to this Black Friday weekend.
Already in the car. Bye.
The magic of your Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Magic.
Did you know you can win 2026 Eagles season tickets, autographed jerseys, helmets, or more just by shopping at Acme? Enter Acme Swoop In and Win sweepstakes. Download the Acme mobile app or visit acmemarkets.com/swoop-in-and-win to start playing.
NBC 10 First Alert Weather, certified most accurate 10 years in a row. Count on it.
NBC 10 News at 11, your reason to stay up.
For breaking news in the moment, straight from the NBC 10 Live Center, immediate coverage you count on.
Right now, I don't love asking anybody with information.
We've got no answers.
With the most accurate forecast for your neighborhood, 10 years in a row, certified by Weather Radar.
And the local stories that can't wait until tomorrow. From the largest news, weather, and sports team in town, NBC 10 News at 11. Coverage you count on.
The Today Show lineup on NBC 10 is locally sponsored by Bigelow Tea. Take a moment just for you. grab a mug, and tea proudly.
Here are the top headlines you need to know before you head out the door. We start with breaking news in Fox Chase. That is where an argument led to a deadly shooting. Police say the argument started in front of a man's house on Emerson Street around 11:30 last night. Witnesses told them the man ran inside and the shooter chased him and shot him. That shooter took off in a white sedan. A woman was hit by a car and killed late yesterday afternoon. This happened at 36th and Market in University City. Police tell us they arrested the suspected driver as he ran off after crashing into another car a few blocks away. Now let's check in with NBC 10's Lili Zhang live at the King of Prussia Mall covering Black Friday shopping.
Brenna, the malls are open, the stores are ready, as are the shoppers. Take a look at this. We're live here at the mall. We spoke with so many shoppers today. Now, the National Retail Federation does expect close to 187 million people to shop during this long holiday weekend. So, what are they shopping for? At KOP, people are telling us they're shopping for winter clothes, gifts for the family, maybe a small gift for themselves. But really, people we spoke with say it is just all about tradition and fun. Now, deals are continuing all weekend long if you don't make it out today. And for more fun, we're going to check in with our colleague, Neil Fisher. Neil?
Lily, good morning to you. It's a cold and windy start here in South Philadelphia, but Eagles fans are here. They are ready to go. The parking lots for tailgating open in about an hour, so they are ready for this kickoff with the Chicago Bears. Eagles are 8-3, so are the Bears. The Eagles are coming off of that loss against the Cowboys in Dallas. Meanwhile, the Bears have won 4 straight games. Both teams in first place in the division. The Eagles scored 21 points at the beginning of the game against Dallas. Then they didn't score the rest of the game. Devontae Smith is good to go today after being banged up in the game against Dallas. And a very cool story of today. Malcolm Jenkins is being inducted into the Eagles Hall of Fame. That will happen at halftime. Brenna?
Go Birds. All right, Neil, thanks. Joel Embiid will miss his 9th straight game when the Sixers take on the Nets tonight. 7:30 tip-off in Brooklyn, and you can watch on NBC Sports Philadelphia. And we've got today's Flyers game. They're in New York to face off against the Islanders.
Be jammed on the Schuylkill, we'd be jammed on the Vine Street Expressway. If you're taking the Vine, it'll take you about 2 or 3 minutes to go across town. If you're taking the Schuylkill, it's only 12 minutes to go between the Bloor and the Vine. We rarely see those numbers at any time of the morning. So this is definitely a holiday. A lot of people beware if you're taking 95 southbound around Woodhaven Road. There is a crash out there affecting the right lane. With a final check of weather, let's head over to meteorologist Michelle Rotella.
All right, thanks, Katie. So no traffic concerns really, and no weather concerns, except it's going to be better cold for today with some gusty winds, but nice clear skies. Has it feeling like the 20s. Here's a look at your holiday shopping forecast. Again, you need lots of layers for today. Pretty gusty, gusts up to 40 miles per hour, so it will feel like the 30s for much of the day. Neighborhood forecast here getting up to 42 for Philadelphia. And just showing you that we have rain showers in the forecast for your Sunday. Keep that in mind if you're going to be traveling home. Then the next chance of some possible mix to snow would be on Tuesday. That's one that I think we're going to be talking about as we continue into the next few days.
She said snow.
I know.
She said
I
snow.
hesitate to say
I know. It takes a lot. So
it does.
Get paralyzed with that. Better be safe for sure. All right. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back here at 11 a.m. and then 1 o'clock for Eagles game day kickoff. For now, this Today Show starts right now.
Good Friday morning. One National Guard member has died and another remains in critical condition. It comes amid the ongoing investigation into the shooter and his motives. It's November 28th. This is Today. Brazen attack. One National Guard member has now died while another fights for his life after that targeted ambush in our nation's capital.
She's just passed away. She's no longer with us. She's looking down at us right now.
This morning, what we're learning about the suspect as President Trump calls for an even stricter immigration crackdown. We're live with the latest. Buckle up. Millions of Americans are getting ready to hit the road after Thanksgiving. But a severe winter storm is threatening to slow down the journey home. What you need to know heading into the holiday weekend. Still searching. The death toll from that high-rise fire in Hong Kong climbing, as authorities fear dozens of residents may still be trapped on the upper floors. Our live report on the investigation. Let's make a deal. Black Friday has officially arrived, kicking off the holiday shopping rush. But after weeks of discounts, what's actually worth buying? And what should you probably skip? We've got your holiday gift guide. Giving thanks. Dolly Parton sharing a heartwarming message of positivity with her fans.
I am so thankful for all of you and for the memories that we've shared through the years.
What the Queen of Country is now saying after a tumultuous year of health challenges. Those stories plus holiday helpers. We're celebrating 20 years of magic with those iconic red-suited elves that sit atop your shelves.
We didn't even think we were going to make it through day one, let alone year one, let alone year 20.
Our behind-the-scenes look at the beloved tradition and the sisters who partnered with Santa for the holiday phenomenon. And top dog, meet the beautiful Belgian sheepdog who wowed the judges at the National Dog Show.
Best in show tonight, Belgian sheepdog.
This morning, Soleil joins us live after capturing hearts and first place. Today, Friday.
With Savannah Guthrie and Greg Melvin, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Good morning and welcome to Today. Thank you so much for joining us on this Black Friday morning. Craig and Savannah have the morning off and join into the Holly Week, but have no fear. Hallie Jackson has joined us from Washington.
Yes.
So nice to be with you.
Lovely to be with you. Can I be honest? I'm mostly excited for the dog.
Is that why you came?
Seeing Soleil on the plaza. The big winner.
Look at her in all her glory.
They said she didn't do one single step wrong. She was poised and perfection.
Perfect. Yes, but there were some good runners up too.
Of course.
We're going to go through them all, but we're excited to meet Soleil a little later this morning.
That's right. And in the meantime, too, take a look at this scene across a lot of the upper Midwest yesterday. So much snow blanketing the white Thanksgiving for a lot of folks. Pretty picture, but not so nice if you are traveling, of course.
And it is not over yet. There is a massive winter storm looking to complicate things for the trip home after the holiday. 45 million under winter alerts. Some areas set to get more than a foot of snow. We have got your full forecast in just a bit.
But we want to start with that solemn scene in Washington overnight. Law enforcement officers lining the streets for the dignified transfer of Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom.
We learned she died yesterday from her injuries after that ambush attack on 2 National Guard members. This is we are getting new details on the investigation into the suspect. NBC's Melanie Zanona joins us now from the hospital.
There are already more than 2,000 National Guard members here in D.C., and now President Trump calling for 500 more amid this brutal attack.
This morning, harrowing new video of the moment a gunman opened fire on National Guard members. Just blocked, and Andrew Wolf remains in critical condition. President Trump sharing the news during a Thanksgiving event.
He's in very bad shape. He's fighting for his life, and hopefully we'll get better news with respect to him.
20-year-old Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom died of her injuries. Overnight, law enforcement lining the streets of Washington, D.C. to honor the fallen service member. Her father on Facebook writing, "My baby girl has passed to glory." Now, new details emerging about the alleged shooter, identified as Afghan national Ramanola Lochinwall.
A lone gunman opened fire without provocation, ambush style, armed with a .357 Smith & Wesson revolver.
Lochinwall will now be charged with murder in the first degree.
It is an ongoing investigation of terrorism. Make no mistake about it.
The 29-year-old Lochinwall served in the Afghan army alongside U.S. troops for 10 years, working in a CIA-backed Zero unit. Vetted by the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Defense, the FBI, and the National Counterterrorism Center, Lochinwall came to the U.S. in 2021 under a Biden-era program. He had not yet been granted lawful permanent residence, but he was granted asylum in April of this year under President Trump. The White House, however, putting responsibility solely on the Biden administration, stating in part Thursday, "This animal would have never been here if not for Joe Biden's dangerous policies." The U.S. Immigration Agency has countries.
And the alleged shooter was shot by another National Guardsman during the attack. He remains in the hospital in custody. But questions remain about what happened in the past 4 years that would prompt the suspect to allegedly drive across the country and commit this heinous act.
Laura, so many questions. Melanie, thank you.
To that busy holiday travel week now, as millions of Americans are thinking about heading home after Thanksgiving. But some intense winter weather could mean trouble. Angie Lastman is standing by with your full forecast. But we begin with Kathy Park at the world's busiest airport in Atlanta. Kathy, good morning.
Hey, Hallie, good morning to you. Here in Atlanta, today might actually be one of the better days to fly because here's something you don't see every day at the world's busiest airport, a near-empty security line. At last check, it will take you just 6 minutes to get through the main checkpoint right now, which is pretty incredible. Meanwhile, all eyes are on this post-Thanksgiving storm with much of the Midwest bracing for significant snow totals starting tonight. This morning, Americans trying to get home after the holiday, dealing with some pretty nasty winter weather nationwide, including a snow system pummeling several states. The biggest lake effect snow event of the season already dropping several feet in parts of Wisconsin and forcing some in Michigan to dig out of their homes. Snowplow workers urging drivers to slow down.
I promise you the road behind me is better than the road in front of me, so if you just be patient and give her 5 more minutes, you'll get to where you gotta be safely.
The slippery conditions forcing officials in Pennsylvania to reduce speed limits in some parts of the state. But despite delays on the roads, things appear to be moving smoothly at the nation's airports. What was it like traveling on Thanksgiving Day?
It was actually really easy. We had no problems getting to the airport, no problems getting through the airport.
A much different story for flyers earlier in the week. On Wednesday, American Airlines evacuating passengers from a plane on the tarmac in Philadelphia after it experienced a mechanical issue.
The cabin started filling up with smoke and you could smell like something burning, so they stopped the plane and got us off.
And more winter weather is on the way. A second system brewing in the Northwest is set to bring more than a foot of snow and heavy rain across parts of the country. Upstate New York, workers preparing to keep the roads clear during the holiday weekend rush.
This is our job, and pretty much any holiday we know we might get called up. We got to drop everything and come on out and save the day.
So here's the deal for today. Hours of the blowing snow will make it really difficult for travel across that region today. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, it expands rainfall as well, so the roads and the airports across these regions are going to be difficult to get in and out of. And we're also going to see this kind of slide east as we get into that.
Plenty to watch. Angie, thanks. The number of dead
as rescue teams are now searching flames. The death toll, which now stands at 128, is likely to edge even higher. The 8 towers home to nearly 5,000 residents, many of them now at temporary shelters. Clinging, they could take scaffolding to also. 3 men from a construction company have been arrested on suspicion of manslaughter for allegedly using building materials that may have been unsafe. Hong Kong security chief saying today they can't rule out the possibility that more bodies will be found. With the fire now mostly out, there is growing anger and despair as the hope of finding survivors is fading. Officials haven't yet determined what started the blaze, but they say those foam boards, which had been put over the windows during the renovations, may have helped accelerate the flames. This disaster has stunned people across Hong Kong, and donations from around the world are now pouring in for the families who've lost everything. Hallie?
Janice, thank you.
All right, switching gears now to the official start of the holiday shopping season, Black Friday. The biggest day of the year for retailers is showing strong signs despite concerns about the economy. NBC business correspondent Brian Chung joins us from the Garden State Plaza in Paramus, New Jersey. Brian, good morning. How are the deals shaping up? What are the Labubus looking like?
Good morning, Laura and Hallie. Yes, that is certainly the millions of Americans that are going to try to burn up that turkey dinner this holiday season. Shoppers are making that list.
I have 12 tabs open, ready to go.
And checking it twice.
I'm looking for an Apple Watch, a Kindle.
As over 130 million Americans are expected to score big deals on this Black Friday. From Walmart to Target to Best Buy, major retailers are offering discounts of 30, 50, even 60% off items ranging from toys to beauty products to electronics. Experts say the deals look in line with last year.
This looks like a pretty typical year in terms of the categories that will be deeply discounted.
And holiday shoppers are getting, with nearly half of consumers saying they plan to start before Halloween in order to stretch out their spending as they think about affordability.
Everything.
Still, Americans are expected to shell out more than $1 trillion in toys and appliances. For apparel and computers, best to wait until Monday.
I'm always of the mindset to take your time, spread it out, don't, and we will see.
Price comparison tools like Camel, as well as Google Shop to make sure you're truly getting the best deals. And experts also tell us that if you're going to be making these big expenditures anyway, use cashback cards to make sure you're maximizing those rewards. If you're going to be buying those 10 Labubu's anyway, at least you should get some rewards for that, guys.
When we see you show up on Monday with a big Aritzia cover, we'll know where you went next. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, right.
Bye, friend. For more on just how important this day is for retailers, we want to bring in Jason Bonfig. He's Best Buy's Chief Customer Product and Fulfillment Officer. He's joining us from a store in Hopkins, Minnesota, where some early birds are getting a jump on their holiday shopping lists. Jason, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So listen, Black Friday, huge holiday shopping day. Obviously, everybody's looking for these sales, but it's coming at a time when folks are feeling a little bit uncertain about the economy right now, maybe tightening their belts a bit heading into the season. What is your outlook for Best Buy? Are you expecting some big numbers?
We're really excited. Black Friday is a key and very important day. It's all about deals, and it's very important to our customers. And whether you're somebody, all of our customers have budgets, and we want to make sure that Best Buy can help a customer get the perfect deal around the budget they customers. And this is a great time because the deals are happening. The sharpest and best picture you can get. The new Aura, we're doing a really good job in working with our vendor partners to make sure that we can provide customers whatever price point they need for their budget and really make it a happy holiday season and let them get that perfect gift for whoever you're buying for, maybe even a little bit of self-gifting, which we really appreciate as well.
We are not opposed to that here on this set.
Yeah. Self-gift.
Jason Bonfig with Best Buy, thank you very much.
Let's check in with Angie once again to get the rest of her forecast. Looking good out west.
It's not all bad news, guys. We've got a whole lot of sunshine out west. You can see plenty of sunshine for LA, Phoenix. Notice places like St. Louis to Cincinnati and out towards Washington, D.C. Also great conditions. Those areas not going to see any difficulty when it comes to travel. Detroit, Chicago.
We'll share the love.
Good Friday morning, everyone. I'm NBC 10 First Alert meteorologist Michelle Rotella. Clear skies for much of the day today.
We are going to help you get the best Black Friday bargains from what to buy and also what to skip.
And a little later, they are Santa's little helpers who became a favorite tradition for so many families, now going 20 years strong. We're here to catch up with the sisters behind the Elf on the Shelf about their magical milestone. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Shop Boscov's three huge days of Black Friday doorbusters. Friday at 6 a.m. Deck your halls with 50 to 75% off almost all trees, ornaments, gift wrap, and more. Cozy sweaters from Retroology, only $9.99. Stock up on men's thermal crews and Henleys, only $5.99. And our lowest price, just $9.99 for super soft flannel shirts from Mountain Ridge and Architect. Get $100 off this Shark Rocket stick vacuum, only $99.99. 3 big days of Black Friday deals. Now's the time to save big, only at Boscov's.
At Paris Baguette, unwrap joy with seasonal flavors of peppermint mocha and cinnamon churro, paired perfectly with holiday pastries and treats. Visit your neighborhood bakery cafe or order online at parisbaguette.com.
Just ahead, a heartwarming message from Dolly Parton to her fans this Thanksgiving after a year marked with so many health challenges.
We'll show you why the Queen of Country says she is thankful for her fans this year. That's coming up right after these messages.
Like Beats headphones, Monster Jam play sets, Greasy Rolls, and hoodies and apparel.
Off by 40% cash back. Perfect delivery. What's in your wallet?
Good morning, I'm NBC 10's Brenna White. It's 7:26 on your Black Friday. Let's get right to meteorologist Michelle Rotella with a look at your forecast. Hey, can I take a break? Katie Zachary is tracking traffic right now. Katie, how's it looking?
Hi, Brenna. Very light volume on the majors throughout our area, in both the Philadelphia area, South Jersey, and Wilmington, Delaware. All right, this is 76 at the Bryant Street Expressway. Really light traffic. You almost have to look closely to even see some of the cars on the road because there's so few of them. Unfortunately, on 95, we do have two issues. One is up near the Bucks County line, 95 southbound at Street Road. There's a crash. And then further south of the city, 95 southbound at Columbia, there's a crash as well. Bring it back to you.
Katie, thank you so much. We have some breaking news. An argument leads to a shooting in Fox Chase, and we have confirmed he's dead. Police say an argument started in front of the man's house on Emerson Street around 11. That shooter took off in a white sedan. It's Black Friday.
Don't kill it. All month long, it's the Jack's Giving Sales Event at Dell Toyota. With the Dell Vehicle Exchange Program, get out of your old car or truck and drive home a new vehicle with the same payment you have now, or maybe one that's...
Let's see, 20%. The goal for Cyber Monday instead of shopping today, if that's on your list.
Okay, moving on down the line. So what are some of the biggest...
Walmart's doing that's all about the best price. So Camel AI tools to price compare. You can actually take a picture, put it into an AI tool, and ask it to find you the best price for that item, like go to Rakuten, Capital One retailers, and then of course signing up for loyalty programs. You will get this spam, but also around Christmas. And finally, the National Retail Federation. Something that you're not sure you might need to return, just prepare because you have to pay for it this time.
Free return is such a perk, though.
Yeah,
it's so important. Vicki, thank you so much.
So many good.
Right now, living with COPD is hard, but more could be going on. And here is how you find out. Your COPD may be different, and we call it could help. The inflammation triggering your flare-ups could be caused by eosinophils. We call it...
You're forgetting what's hiding behind the wall.
And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, this could burn.
Thank you for calling Bombers Comfort.
The mall. When it comes to mothers-in-law, black and white stripes go with absolutely anything. Give something beautiful, Sephora.
Welcome back this morning. We are sharing the story behind these tiny red suited guests. You see them perched around the studio today. The elf on the shelf. Whatever you do not touch the elf.
They almost need no introduction. Joe, elf-tastic?
Yeah, definitely elf-tastic. I mean, if our little studio elves look busy today, that's because actually years of holiday magic. I sat down with the sisters behind to learn how it all.
Across America, perched on garlands, peeking out Christmas trees, watching everything for the past 20 years.
How does it feel to celebrate 20 years of Elf on the Shelf?
Feels extraordinary. I mean, we didn't even think we were going to make it through day one, let alone year one, let alone year 20.
Twin sisters Shanda Bell and Krista Pitts are the founders of the Lumistella Company. They help Santa connect with kids via straight from the North Pole to check on Shanda and Krista. They learned from their parents, Carol and Bob Aversold.
So we would race to go find Frisbee. We told the elf what we wanted for Christmas, and it really was, I would say, just the most is that right in front of us basically our entire life was elves, of course, and Santa are nothing if not generous of spirit, right?
40 miles per hour, making it feel like the 30s across the region. So even though we'll get into the 40s for Philadelphia, for South Jersey, across the shore, and also for Delaware, it's going to be feeling pretty cold. 20s again for those overnight lows. Rain showers back in the forecast for your Sunday. So look at your forecast, guys.
Angie, thank you. It's our second favorite time in Florida. What you got?
To quote Al, we have a little PSSP for LJHJNAL.
We can say Chaz back on salty. We can say Chaz back on sweet. We know it's going to be 3 hours.
Are
you in this one?
Yeah, I'm in this one. Get your beautiful off my 3% cash back. Take delivery. What's in your wallet?
This holiday season, unwrap the gift of Estee Lauder. Bold lip colors and signature fragrances that make the ultimate first impression. And don't forget glowing skincare. Now, the only question is, to give or to keep? Joy Unwrapped from
Top Black Friday doorbusters at Ash.
I'm 6'3".
Much younger, 6.
Fortnite on sale. On us, no trade-in shit. You switch plus 4 lines for just $25 a month.
So what am I getting?
America's Best Network, kid.
Okay, one more time. Walmart's Black Friday deals are online November 25th and last all week.
All week.
All week?
Every day.
Every day.
I can buy me anything I want.
I didn't say that.
Run me through it one more time.
Hey, did you know huge?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I get it.
Ashley's biggest sale of the year gets even better.
Responsibility. Balloon came to life there. And you know what they say, Ken? With great
RSCM define you. You have the power of choice. Truby is an oral medicine used to treat people taking the Truby were 50% less likely to be hospitalized.
Don't miss the latest.
William Shakespeare. Only she knew his heart.
City Avenue, when have you ever seen it like this? Really, really light volume, which we like to see. Another good thing, we had 2 earlier crashes on 95 southbound, one at Street Road, one at Columbus Boulevard, but they have cleared out, so you're good to go. Run it back to you.
All right, Kate, thank you. Developing news. A woman is dead after a driver hit and dragged her in University City. The 41-year-old was on break late yesterday after.
Races are loaded with brilliant lights, realistic sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at XToyTruck.com with free shipping and energizer.
Is an alter ego and keep pulling permits. Monday at 6.
Targeted ambush in our nation's capital.
She's just passed away. She's no longer with us.
This morning, what we're learning about the suspect as President Trump calls for even stricter immigration crackdowns. Then winter wallop, the major storm warning just in time for the return. 45 million people under a top title at the National Dog Show. It's all coming up today, November 28th, 2025.
Hi to our grandma watching Iowa. We love you. It was Uncle Brian's 50th. Shout out to Magnificent.
For your Saturday, notice all of that snow stretched across where we could see even strong to severe storms.
You don't have to talk about that Eagles game. Let's talk about Green Bay instead. Jordan Love throwing 4 touchdowns.
Much more ahead.
Here's the delicious things to do it with treasure. Definitely coming.
Back. Mission and 1 year. Some even saw visible
Just told you, but that wasn't the only hard work on the field.
Peter Alexander introduces us to the former Broadway designer now helping stitch together the Ravens' success.
Good morning. In the male-dominated world of professional football, the Baltimore Ravens have found a secret weapon, a seasoned seamstress named Ebony Short, who passed on the job to fit Cher's costumes for a shot at the NFL.
Sanders takes a big hit, and he's picked off.
In a game of hard knocks,
Here goes Henry.
and eye-popping plays.
Ball's out.
If you don't measure up, always making sure they leave no loose ends.
I try my best to watch it as a fan.
Short is the Ravens director of
Padding or, there's some issue. And when
pockets for his thigh pads. Why is that a difference maker for you?
Honestly, I think it's just like something that mentally that I need. And when I first got here, then it was like, oh, she can do that for you because most people don't just have them in. And it makes me feel good, honestly.
And if you feel good, you play better.
Absolutely.
What's the most common request?
everyone wants their arms open. We need full
Free range.
We don't want anything getting in the way. gotta make those one-handed catches.
Just steps away from the practice field, Short leads a team of 5 seamstresses, sewing jerseys to give defenses less to grab hold of, stitching on patches. Even here, it's also a race against the clock.
Oh, yeah. There's been times that
Responsible for the Lion King hyenas, right?
hyenas were like my bread and butter.
But when this Baltimore native heard about the Ravens job, she called an audible.
This was just an opportunity that I could not have ever expected or foreseen, and I was like, I've got to know what this is.
That's when it all came full circle. The daughter of a Pop Warner coach whose brothers played throughout college, finally getting her shot to get in the game.
What I love is you grew up in a family.
As well when it comes to the weather. We've got quiet skies across much of the southeast. We're going to see a whole lot of sunshine across that region and stretching out to the southwest as well. Temperature-wise, there's kind of a mixed bag. Yes, it is bitter cold across parts of the upper Midwest, 10s, 20s for folks in those northern tiers.
Annual Thanksgiving game. Jack White and the White Stripes was the halftime headline.
Fernandez from SNL. Year of a
Oh, no, bring it on from Miami.
Actor, and now that
And you did, and we said hello. And as we stood under the mistletoe, was the sky in his ugly sweater, more cheeks than a block of cheddar. And I thought the night couldn't get better. I'm in love with this girl in that ugly sweater.
So Jimmy revealed on the show the song was actually inspired by a true story. It wasn't him. You might have heard this before. Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman played a prank on Ryan from Paul this weekend. On Sunday today, of course, between Paul Mescal and Glenn Powell, they make up 90% of the movies that are out these days. So they're busy.
Also superstars, that's for sure. Joe, thank you very much for that. So fun. Much more to come right now.
Yeah, and coming up, we have here in all of her glory, hasn't missed a step. But first, your local news.
Sydney Sweeney, Amanda Sun today. Guest stars, St. Louis Medical, followed by the paper, Monday on NBC and Peacock.
Mike, 8:26 on checking with meteorologists there, blowing the snow. Some rain after that comes on Sunday, and then we're running back to pressure.
It's go time. The Ford Tough Trucks are go.
Get an F-150 with 0% financing, 0 down, and make no payments for up to 90 days or lease for 4.
Hey, it's Chuck.
Trucks. Trucks.
You're a teenager.
And we're back at 8:30 on this Black Friday morning. We have got
Maybe over, but those leftovers, they're waiting for you. We're going to show you.
I'm glad we all got our coats and our scarves and everybody here is buckled up, and you're gonna have to stay that way. Through the next couple of days. We've honestly got some chilly temperatures settling out across the Great Lakes, and we know for our Sunday in the middle of the country. And
Good Friday morning, everyone. I'm NBC 10 First Alert meteorologist Michelle Rotella. Clear skies for much of the day today. Might have a few clouds mixing in here or there in the afternoon. That's when the winds will really be ramping up to 40 miles per hour, making it feel like the 30s across the region. So even though we'll get into the 40s for Philadelphia, for South Jersey, the Jersey Shore, and also for Denver.
Next guest, we are so excited. They had something extra special to celebrate on Thanksgiving.
So yesterday, Soleil, the Belgian sheepdog, won big at the 24th annual National Dog Show, and she joins us now with her handler, Daniel Martin, and the host of the show, David Fry. Soleil, Daniel, David, so nice to have you. We love this tradition around here. We look forward to it every year. So she's beautiful, obviously. She's just stunning. What was it like to be crowned best in show?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, the thrill of it, the adrenaline, there's nothing like it.
What did you think about that during the competition, Dave?
Oh, I mean, it's just what's going through your head is you can for the dog at the time and do what you can at the best moment. So, I mean, you just kind of go with it and you just just do it. I mean, just kind of go with the flow.
Yesterday, all of us were having a Thanksgiving feast. How did you celebrate your big win with Soleil this year?
We sat on the couch in the hotel room, watched the parade, watched the dog show, and then had a nice Thanksgiving dinner.
There you go.
With the family.
David, did you know right away that she was the lead of the pack?
I knew right away she was special and she deserved to be out there with the 7 great dogs that were in there. And it's always fun for me to see a dog come in and you can say,
do too, is you see each of these dogs for the individual that they are, right? I mean, you have different descriptors, different words, different ways that you're looking at them and comparing.
well, we have over 200 breeds and varieties that were entered at our show, 2,000 dogs in all, so it was a great celebration for us in our 24th year with NBC, of course.
I love that last year we had a pug, and this year we get to just see a little bit of everything and learn what makes each of these breeds so special.
Well, that's what we try to do with our show, is be educational and entertaining.
Yeah.
And I think it's fun for everybody. It's fun for the families as they're waiting for the turkey to come out. And they can stand there, they can sit there and root for the dog that they have sitting on the couch next to them. If they have a Brittany sitting there.
Well, behaved, look at her. Are you a celebrity now, Daniel? When you walk down the street, are you getting stopped?
It's more of her. I can hear whispers. Oh, that's breed of propane. We feed that to her phenomenally, and she loves it. Her propane treats all that, so she's good.
Congratulations again. Thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate you being here.
We do love this tradition. Thank you. Up next, we've got Daniel Craig on going from James Bond to murder mysteries. The Knives Out star tells us what his days as 007 taught him about playing a rather quirky detective. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Or get a 25 GMC Sierra 1500 at 0% financing for 36 months and up to $9,000 off MSRP. Here's what some of our customers had to say.
Thank you, Granite Run.
Thank you, Granite Run.
Thank you, Granite Run.
Lowest prices, largest inventory.
Song is softer and moments. Song is softer and moments linger longer. Linger longer. Families gather with and where? In the Outer Banks. Only in the Northern Outer Banks. Northern Outer Banks.
Don't go to Western Exit. You don't know.
Oprah.
The murder mystery movies are known for their witty dialogue, star-studded casts, and misdirection.
When you were reading a Knives Out script from Rian Johnson, are you trying to solve the mystery in real time as you're reading it?
No, I really like I'm reading a book. I want to have a kind of no preconceptions. Is there going to be a murder? I don't know. Maybe he's blown everything up.
In Wake Up Dead Man, we find the iconic detective working with a priest, played by Josh O'Connor, to solve a mystery in a church.
Here's what's going to happen. Denmark freaking bought to go.
I've heard you all liken this set to being at summer camp.
Well, I never went to summer camp, so I don't know. Apparently, it's like summer camp.
That's what this franchise is for you. Welcome to summer camp.
So nobody wanted to miss out.
When you made the first Knives Out film, did you imagine how many adventures Benoit Blanc would be able to go on?
No. We set out to make the best movie we could, and the result was a surprise to all of us. I mean, a very, very happy surprise. And then the kind of conversation comes, should we make another one? It's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Well, if that's what a great idea.
Craig is no stranger to a hit franchise. It's been nearly 20 years since he first uttered that iconic phrase.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
And joined the brotherhood of 007.
I'm not going to ask for any scoop, but
I don't have any. I wish I did, but I don't have any.
As that franchise embarks on a new chapter, what do you hope the next Bond takes away from
the industry? They'll make a wonderful movie, I'm sure. As long as it's to bring me, and I'm working with someone like Ryan, and remembering that, you know.
Just out, Rian Johnson has not started writing the fourth script just yet. Craig is on board for whatever that looks like. Guys.
All right, Kaylee, thank you so much. And Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery out in select theaters now. It's going to be released on Netflix December 12th. Can't wait to check that out.
Looking forward to that one. Up next, from movies to another holiday weekend tradition. Yes, Black Friday shopping. Shop today found some of the best deals on everything from shoes to skincare. Look at that. Up next. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Briumvi is different. Treatment if you have a picture hospitalization.
$20. 50% off. And don't miss out on 50% off. And don't miss out on 50% off our entire stock of picture-perfect family pajamas. All your favorite characters at our lowest price ever. Men's Gildan fleece sweatshirts or pants, just $7.99. And stock up with our lowest price of the year on microfiber sheet sets, $8.99 for any size.
Now it's many hours having. We have a men's vest and then we have a women's jacket. They're also really durable. There's
such a comeback, such a resurgence.
It's just really great quality.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Good jeans, always need that.
Yes. We have a trendy shoe. And people love it. And it has the dream stripe running outside. Yes. So to get rid of all those fine lines and wrinkles. 10 times more powerful than your standard retinol, but it's still going to be gentle enough to use yourself. Everything.
Well, and speaking of testing, you love this CC cream too.
Well, I do love the CC cream, but really quick back to the Arden lip. The CC cream foundation.
Stuck to the box. Stuck to the box here. I didn't. It's good though.
Which is really good for the skin and SPF. So Adobe for Business, they had fine. Yeah, they're so fun, right?
Just scan that QR code on the screen or head to today.com/Black Friday.
And just ahead for you, turning your Black Friday shopping into help for those who need. Marlo Thomas is back here with some incredible friends.
4-piece French door kitchen pack, 800. Washer is enough for the holiday haul? We got you. This to your washer for only $3.99 a year are happening right now at Cameron's Appliance. For 80 years.
Comes to life. Classrooms, studios, and throughout the city. You'll be pushed and inspired by hands-on experiences that prepare you for what's next. Here, you'll discover what you've made for you.
Real opportunity, real results, real success.
Is crafted piece by Cozy Piece, helping you drift off. Ooh, that looks comfortable. And sleep 6 degrees cooler all through the night. Awaken the potential of your well-rested self.
Get up to 30% off mattresses at Casper.com or a store near you.
You know, you come up to the end of the year and you figure out what you want to do. And I don't think you guys are going to find any surprise. But I want to sell a lot of cars. So from now until January 2nd, I'm going to do crazy prices. And I mean crazy on every single car. On Jeeps, on Ram trucks, and Ram vans. And you don't come to me. And that's why I've always been.
Welcome back. Today we are wrapping up our annual Thanks and Giving series. Such a special one here, highlighting the heroic work being done at St. Jude Children's.
Familiar patients, Miguel Alvarado, and our story yesterday was amazing. Michelle.
And their families, and they have got a seat plaza crowd. Marlo, Michelle. Hi guys, we're so glad you're here. You got your balloons. We saw you in action. We're going to talk in just a bit. But first, Marlo, you guys have been doing such incredible work for so long. Talk to us about the real essence of
thanks and giving is to give thanks for the healthy kids in your life and give to those who are not. And you can do that by looking for this logo, is it upside down? And the logo of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. They're wonderful partners that we have. There's AutoZone and Domino's and K Jewelers and Williams-Sonoma and Chili's and Home Goods. All these stores are going to say, leave a little something for the kids at St. Jude. And we need it. You know, it costs us over $2 billion a year. Today, nobody pays for St. Jude's for anything. And look at them. They're healthy and wonderful. We take good care of them. So do their moms and dads and our doctors. That only 88 cents of every dollar goes right to St. Jude, taking care of the research and the treatment. And that's our donors' money. And we're very proud of our donors. So donors, Merry Thanksgiving, and thank you for everything you do.
Michelle and I got to hang out a couple.
And we have a doc.
Very well done. Seconds. Absolutely incredible. Michelle, tell me, what are you grateful for on this
I'm
holiday?
very grateful for St. Jude
save my family and Onion Head. So that's how
Onion Head is her godfather.
Yes,
He's here today, and he's also go to St. Jude when she was diagnosed.
That's right. He's the reason. And Miguel, too, do you have a question for
Yes,
Miguel?
as you think about the holiday season, pal, what are you thinking about? Is there something that you really want for this holiday season, Miguel?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what it is? Guess what? I think there's a store right around the corner, Miguel. So I feel like your chances are good, pal. That's so cool. That's so exciting.
Kids, such good kids.
And super important, Marla, to remind people too, every dime goes back to the patients.
Oh,
Every dime goes to
absolutely. Kids.
What you're doing to be creative, of course. Delicious new dish.
This dish together.
NBC 10 News starts now.
Good morning on NBC 10's Runaway, 8:56 on your Black Friday. Let's get to meteorologist Michelle Rotella, who has a look at the forecast.
All right, Brent, I need the heavy coats today, 30 to 40 miles per hour. That will make it feel more like the 30s throughout the entire day. Temperatures will dive down into the 20s for tonight. If you're heading to the Birds game, just know that while you have the clear skies again, it's mind are entrance to centers, ice skating, cozy cabins, and waterfront. Have a great rest of your day.
News in the moment, straight from the NBC 10 Live Center. Immediate coverage you count on.
Right now, I don't love asking anybody with information.
We've got no answers.
With the most accurate forecast for your neighborhood, 10 years in a row, certified by Weatherbrain.
And the local stories we can't wait until tomorrow. From the largest news, weather, and sports team in town.
An Appleton Water Play with you to fireside dinners and playing.
This morning on the thought, the New York Times unveiling its restaurant critics for the first time ever. Going forward, do you make reservations under your own name?
Definitely fake names. And then the credit cards also have fake names.
I'm sitting down to eat with two of the most prestigious diners in town. Plus, our visit to Sensibility, a unique candle-making nonprofit created with the goal to help everyone their full potential. The stunning nature is some of the juiciest citrus. Then later in She Made It, Jill sitting down with her mom and her daughters, tailor-made for success, growing their cozy fashion. A multi-millionaire. This is the third hour of Today. Today I'm happy Black Friday to those that celebrate. That's right. Happy Black Friday to those that celebrate. All right. You're off black and white. You're not a member.
I get both.
Yes. Save us, Hal. Okay, well, here's the deal. So, when it comes down to the holiday, yeah, which do you like better? Christmas or Thanksgiving? Oh, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Really?
100%.
Because then you don't have the pressure of gifts.
Yes, it's the pressure of gifts. Kids are so upset.
Oh,
with the cake. Well, so but then they say, don't worry, kids, like you guys don't have to participate. But the grown-ups, because every year, especially because we travel, you know, you're trying to get gifts for this cousin and that cousin, and then once they open it, do they feel
You know
it?
what you should tell them?
What?
3 gifts were enough for baby Jesus. Gold, frankincense,
And then get them
myrrh.
your
Give
kids
them
will
some,
go with
give them some more. Give them some spice. Figure out what's the story.
I just wish, like, you could play all the, I mean, I guess you could, but play all the holiday and, like, Christmas songs around Thanksgiving. Because that's what I love about Christmas is the festivity of it all. But I love not having to get, yes.
But apparently you're right. Most people agree that they like Thanksgiving.
Guys, editor at Southern Living says, the official magazine of Greg Melvin, you know,
It's like his Oprah.
It's
You
a
know,
better
it's not
holiday.
just me, him.
It's simple. You cook, you feast, you go home.
Yeah.
Just basically you sit around, you eat, you drink, you talk loud, you watch football. Yes, what's not to love?
It's a great day.
Put on your big pants and go.
Yeah, and the stakes are lower.
Now, okay, today is supposed to be the busiest shopping day of the year. But is it the best day for shopping in person?
I've never shopped in person on Black Friday.
It's too much.
No.
Okay, we're going to go back to Southern Living. Okay. Because the day before Thanksgiving, we've missed it, is actually the best day because the shelves are fully stocked.
I can see that.
Ahead of the weekend rush. Crowds are usually happier.
They don't get the sales.
That's right. But people are probably focused on getting the meals ready.
Yeah.
Yep. And the deals, though, are usually as good since holiday savings are now a month-long event.
Well, we do shop. I was just about to say, we've been talking about that with Vicky Wynn. I just feel like every month or every
a deal.
Yes.
So then you lose the oomph of a day like today. People can get deals all over the place. There are certain things I know I'm going to get that I'll get online, but sometimes just strolling around things you didn't even want. Like I enjoy. You find like cute little trinkets or stocking stuffers or
That's you know what I do love shopping in person for the Christmas stockings.
Yeah.
I really like curating.
What you do that?
Yeah. No. Oh no. They want. There was an
What kind of things do you find in a Roker stocking?
different little card game, miniature card game.
Cards? Like fun, cute thing. What's the card like?
Well, I feel like mom's stockings are usually empty on.
No, I like lip balm and things like that for the ladies. Fun.
Wait, really? You're not into it?
It's just like this. Well, anyway, okay. I saw this article and I so believe in this. Travel experts revealed one of the most important flights to bring.
That's the answer.
Because you write down vital information. If your phone dies,
You travel.
I can see that coming. Okay. It's a $50 limit.
We've been doing 20 the last 20 years.
Hang on, give me that name.
I don't want Al. I want lip balm.
You're the bomb. All right.
Tremfya, with rapid relief at 4 weeks. Many people experienced remission at 1 and even 2 years. Some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tremfya now offers self-administration.
Diamond Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash.
Why is La Roche-Posay recommended by dermatologists worldwide? Highly effective skincare. La Roche-Posay Face Moisturizer. More than just a moisturizer.
Mix up delicious holiday meals. Dealing with checks never gets old.
Keep that shower fresh feeling all day with arm-raising confidence. Dove 72-hour protection care.
It's dinner time, and you find yourself on the conversational between the grown-ups. Regaled by Uncle Bob's written intestinal tales.
There I was, in the middle of my call.
Keep their teeth clean and breath fresh this holiday season with Greeny's Dental Treats.
Stuffed up again?
So congested.
You need Sinex from Vicks.
Just Sinex? Breathe.
It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of the Universal Orlando Resort.
We are back now with our series Food for Thought, and today we're going to shine a spotlight on a very coveted culinary job, food critic. New York Times unveiled the names and faces of their newest chief.
Yeah.
Guess what? To find out a little bit.
Just once is difficult, but then we kind of have to do that every day.
Dining out for every meal multiple times a week, even having double dinners, might not sound like a job, but it is for Kejal Rao and Lagaya Mishan, who are redefining what it means to be the New York Times chief restaurant critics. I was kind of surprised when I got the assignment because they're going to be on TV. Usually, restaurant critic is someone anonymous. Why the change?
In the past, restaurant critics were always anonymous, but there were also always photographs of them hanging in restaurant kitchens.
The renowned role has historically been more low profile to avoid any preferential treatment.
I mean, we're not trained secret operatives. I think editors felt like
There are still some
then the credit cards also have fake names.
curiosities started early on.
You know, as a kid,
Years later, as two young
for life at some point.
more. But knowing that your review can make or break a restaurant, how do you deal with that responsibility?
I think with a lot of care and thoughtfulness, I have a lot of meals that are, you know, not amazing, that are maybe mediocre or even sometimes bad, but that doesn't mean it has to be a story in the New York Times.
Tejal and Lagaya dished on one of the more challenging aspects. But you've got to learn. But you've got to learn how to pull back on food because you're eating going out to dinner every night.
That's a good point.
And by the way, every meal probably not great.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that?
To be honest.
We want to also give a big thank you to Borgo Restaurant right here in Manhattan, which is terrific, by the way, for hosting our conversation. All right, Mr. Rogers. Taking us along. Jim.
Dramatically lowers nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising site.
You're right. Our LDLC is at a better.
Our sulfate-free formulas deeply penetrate to boost hair health without the Salon Naturals price. Restore my natural barrier and relieves my dryness for up to 72 hours. Introducing CeraVe's new intensive moisturizing cream.
Want to get more done with one sheet? Grab Bounty. While ordinary brands can't hold up, one sheet of Bounty keeps working even when wet. Can your paper towel do all that? Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
With Dupixent, stay ahead of moderate to severe eczema with clearer skin and less itch. Face, mouth, doctor about.
What are you doing? Remarkable
Life skills and Lauderdale Hotel since it worked something special. It's Bonnie Schmidt and Denise Anderson. Bonnie's daughter Jessica is 41 and has brain damage after her mom says a rare disorder was misdiagnosed. Denise's daughter Lexi is 31 and has Down syndrome. These moms say their nonprofit was born out of necessity when their daughters got too old to qualify for many government services.
When she was 22, that's when all federal funding changes for adults with IDD, and there's nothing. And Jess was like, what are we doing today? I had no answer.
Denise says being a parent of a special needs child of any age, she needs
best friends.
They partnered to make candles. Why candles? Well, Bonnie loves them, and these moms found they could tailor the tasks to each artisan's abilities. What makes them uniquely equipped to make candles?
First of all, it's multi-sensory. We adapt every single process to their abilities.
They even can be unwieldy. Bonnie and Denise bought teapots to allow their artists. They sell the candles online or airs and events across Florida.
Communities out in the world.
And the candle making world has taken notice. Supporters donate all the wax and wig stations as well as workshop space. These are not alone. They are among the families of the estimated 8 million Americans with special needs. For these best and that's a good idea. They let me join the making session. Know what they're doing. How am I doing, guys?
Donated my family to me right now.
The candle. Guess they didn't want me to feel left out. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, your own candle now.
Thank you. So the candles sell between $6 and $30, and 100% of the profits go to Bonnie and Denise's foundation, which has started construction on an independent living community for their IDD members, and you can find out more about Sensibility on today.com. And here's the thing, it's not a charity candle company because the candles, they smell really,
I love that, and you're the critic, so
they smell,
you would know.
They smell really good.
That's great. What a great story. And, all right, coming up this morning is to a ride on a Monday in
okay to hear.
But I do always.
Test passed.
Yeah.
Pressure. It's got to be time.
Honey? Yeah? I respect that. But that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
The only brand with True Source certified honey.
Mind if I root through your trash?
Robitussin, the powerful cough relief you need.
Okay, one more time. Walmart's Black Friday deals are online November 25th and last all week.
All week?
All week?
Every day?
Every day.
And you buy me anything you want.
I didn't say that.
Run me through it one more time.
This holiday, Verizon's got the craziest deal ever. iPhone Pro, iPad, all on. I'm always watching. Always
Just one kit of Crest 3D White Strips reveals your whitest smile for 12 months.
Whoa, I know.
Crest.
When my hair started to thin, I wasn't feeling so confident.
I stopped hanging out with guys because I didn't want to hear the wisecracks.
I taken Nutrafol because I had seen that it worked with my friend. Nutrafol really takes the time to do the research, to do the clinical studies, and from the inside out.
Nutrafol was to bring my hair back to life, and it keeps getting calm.
Give us the facts. Let us decide for ourselves.
I want you to be transparent, I guess, is firstly what I want.
If we got clear facts, maybe we can calm down a little.
Black Friday is the best time to upgrade your sleep at Raymore and Flanagan. Save big on top brands, up to $800 off Stearns & Foster, up to $600 off Beautyrest Black, up to $500 off Tempur-Pedic, up to $300 off Sealy, and more. Get free next-day mattress delivery on purchases of $500 or more, and we'll remove your old mattress at no additional charge.
Skincare, makeup, adorable holiday styles. And men's must-have fleece joggers and pants are now just $9.99. This Black Friday weekend, it's 3 big days of deals, and it's happening now.
You can catch them live on NBC 10 at the World Stage.
This is November 13th. For tickets.
Here, we took the show on the road to Orlando, Florida, sponsored by Visit Orlando. And while the city is a roller coaster, and I got the chance to explore it all. It's 8 a.m. This is a huge farm with a 100-acre grove.
Right now, it is not orange picking season, so the fruit that we have on these trees, they are in their growing phase.
Tara Boschel owns and manages the business with her husband John and their family.
This is what we call a late bloomer because typically the trees have lost all their blooms by now. So once the bloom is pollinated, then we're going to have what we call the bees that can hold.
Tara is blind. Main attraction is this spot. So just a variety of different foods here.
There is, from, of course, burgers, you have lobster mac and cheese, you have a unique twist on ice cream.
Holy moly, what is that? Ooh. Wow. Growing and eager for visitors. See our sponsor, Visit Orlando.
And a very special celebration for one literary royal.
Yes, it is in fact 1775, complete with bonnets and tailcoats.
Good time. Her books are still beloved after more than 2 centuries, and for her most hardcore fans, there's no better way to remember her than dressing up like their favorite characters. NBC's Ralph Sanchez has an inside look for us this morning.
If Jane Austen toured the English countryside this year, she might have the sense and sensibility that it was still the 18th century. She'd be at home among the bonnets and top hats with only the occasional smartphone letting her know it's 2025, not 1775. That's because 250 years after her birth, Austen is being paraded across Britain at costume events like this, honoring the pioneering novelist whose timeless tales of family and romance still delight to this day.
I think it's the stories that even 250 years on that are still relatable and can translate to a modern audience as well.
Austen's 6 novels have been bestsellers for more than 2 centuries and inspired an endless stream of movie adaptations. Pride and Prejudice,
Please do me the honor of
to the 1990s classic Clueless. Clueless is based on Austen's novel Emma, which was itself adapted in 2020.
You must be the best judge of your own happiness.
We head to the house where Austen spent her final years writing and revising her books.
It all happened here. It is a site of extraordinary creativity.
Lizzie Dunford is the director of Jane Austen's house.
So this is Jane Austen's writing table.
She wrote here.
She wrote here. You can see actually this side of the table is slightly more worn down.
Literally, it's worn out because
Worn out
she's
because she
leaving.
was leaving over and she's writing over it.
Wow.
And it is really small.
It's tiny.
I know, but it makes sense when you see her surviving manuscripts. She'd make little booklets. She'd take paper and she'd fold it in half, and this is what she'd write on.
Booklets that would turn into Pride and Prejudice. And one of literature's most famous opening lines.
It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
Among the visiting Austen superfans were many Americans, including Amy Shagnon, a high school teacher from San Diego.
This feels like a Jane Austen Comic-Con, you know, a Jane Austen convention. So it's cool to geek out with other Jane Austen nerds.
By this point, I was starting to feel a little underdressed. Fortunately, there was someone who could help. Zach Vincent is a tailor who specializes in clothing from Austen's era.
Hello. Hello there. What a pleasure. Pleasure to meet you. We could probably do a sort of Regency glove, as it were.
We started with the cravat, forerunner to the bow tie.
The thing about bow ties is it's like tying a shoelace.
Or jacket. Say, their characters in one of Austen's.
Versions of Austen's books. There is a new TV series of Pride and Prejudice coming out. It started production over the summer in
Omaha Steaks for Monday.
Actually, I'm her much younger sister. Also, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch.
No.
You.
Is watching TV, not supervising it. Sit down, relax.
skin barrier in just 1 hour. 48-hour hydration. Irish Rosé.
Kellogg's cereal. Grain, cold milk.
What is wow? Sinex? Breathe.
In 2010, Amex founded small